Okay, hello. I think we are live now. Hello, everyone. I think it's working. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another stream. I hope everyone is doing good. Welcome. If you guys could please let me know if you can hear me, if you can, hear Var, who will, I'm sure, speak in a second. And yeah, we're back. Another stream. I think it's been almost an exact week, so we're doing better because last time was like 3 weeks where we didn't stream. But we're trying a bit better. So hello, everyone. Going down the list, hello Eli, hello Var, who is here, hello Mio, hello the Mimic Fears, hello It's Tippier, welcome, hello Hey It's Justin _16, hello Cooper's Cosplay, hello Toasted Perfection, as always nice to see you, welcome Tamara, shout out my beautiful girlfriend, she left me, today at least, hello everyone, welcome, hello Mr. 3D Gaming, hello CK, so nice to see everyone, hello G James, welcome as well. Hello, not a damsel. Welcome. Hello, brisket. I think. Okay, perfect. Everyone, yeah. And here's Var. Hello, everyone. So everyone say hello to Var.
Hi, everyone.
There you go. Hopefully, you guys could hear him. If not, last time I think I went on for like 10 minutes talking to myself. Probably sounded really funny because I was like responding to them. They responded to me, but hopefully this time it's working. Thank you to the 18 people here already. That's crazy, insane. Appreciate it a lot. Yeah. And yeah, it means a lot. So today we're talking about the original lore, FNAF lore. This is something we talked about a lot with Unnamed, who should be here later, yeah. He'll be here. As Smart Woman said, Mio, dang. Yeah, maybe she'll say something if she should be here, I think. Because I told her, I was like, join, I'm gonna give some more memberships. It's August 1st, so it's time to see if, she can get one, hopefully, That was funny, though. Straight off the bat to start convo. Yeah, so yeah, we're going straight into it. It's nice to see you. It's Tippier. Hello, Sholi Field, if I'm saying that correctly. So yeah, this was really, I think based off of Unnamed, who really is deep in the original, I think, first 6 games. Just because he's obviously doing a timeline video. Will Mom Theory, Couch Person, MM = William's mom. It's Tippier. Thank you for the $2. Thank you. That means a lot. And we'll definitely talk about Midnight Motorist and that theory, which I love the name Will Mom Theory. I like that. I mean, I never considered the idea of, I guess, William's mom or, what would be Michael's grandmother being the one on the couch. And it is a friendly person. I will say that. Grandmothers are usually pretty friendly, so I like that theory. Nice. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, rest in peace. Thank you, Shirley. Rest in peace. A corn 100%. And I think Solid Silver is doing a charity stream for them. W donation. Thank you, Tamar. Yes. Solid Silver is doing a charity stream that you should all check in. And I'll hopefully link that if he tunes in, he can say more about that. But thank you all. I appreciate everyone being here and welcome, Tamara. We'll get to those memberships in a second. See if you can get one. I think it's been like 4 months where Tamara has not been granted a membership, which is a lot, because that's what 40 times she has not been granted something. Hello, Sky Blue, welcome. So we're gonna see today. So yeah, original FNAF lore. I'll be honest, I'm not. Sometimes I think you focus more on like the newer games. I think I've been doing a lot. So I'm not
Same.
right? Yeah, I'm not too fresh in the original lore, so me and Var are terrified that Unnamed is not here, because we're gonna mess up dates, we're gonna mess up character names, everything.
We're gonna say the stupidest thing.
Yeah, we're gonna say things that make no sense, and watching back, even just after watching one, video on the original lore, we're gonna be wrong. So, but we appreciate everyone being here regardless, and hopefully Unnamed will save us soon. Welcome, Fuzzy Farewell. Yes, I'm glad you could catch another stream. I'm glad it's this one. Thank you for being here. William's grandparents definitely are a mystery. I wonder if they're involved with founding Fazbear in some way, right? I think it was a game theory who did the idea where it was William's dad who did the Fredbear singing show, and then he kind of inherited that and then made it, right? I like that idea a lot. But in terms of character, if they even exist or what their personality would be like, I don't know. I always look back to the FNAF movie and we never got anything either. So I think
it is interesting that we got like Murray Senior, and then now it's like, are any of those going to connect back to Midnight Motorist or like anything like that? Of like just having characters that are even further back in the timeline.
Yeah.
Because it seems like William was around Edwin's age. I don't know. I know that's not original FNAF lore, but I'm
right. I mean, in some sense, yeah. I know Scott definitely involved.
It all kind of connects.
So. Exactly. And what didn't Edwin Murray Murray Senior like warn Edwin? What if he was warning him about like William's dad, or in that sense, like kind of knew what the Williams were like, the Aftons, I guess, and was like warning him? Do you think that could be a possibility?
I think so. Like, I never want to say like anything couldn't be a possibility. Like,
Yeah.
my like initial reading of that is like, oh, okay, it's Fazbear in general. So now,
Okay.
like these themes that we've been seeing all the way since FNAF 1,
Yeah.
is like
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
how garbage of a company they've been. Apparently, they've always been that
Yes.
way.
Right.
But
Which I liked. I'm glad in that sense that they've always been. I guess William, Wilcare, for example, which is a crazy, crazy conversation topic. I like the idea that he's always kind of been like an evil person, even if it didn't start with murders, just like an evil businessman and kind of things like that. Glitch, you know what? We will talk about Spider-Man. We will do a Spider-Man segment. Why are we talking about FNAF? I have to. I have to. Even though my name,
you guys, I don't know anything about the new Spider-Man.
We're gonna get more to watch it as soon as we can. Even though films is in the name, I'm all FNAF now, basically. But, we'll talk about Spider-Man. Great movie. Me and Tamara watched it. We loved it. We cried, cheered. It was great.
Awesome.
Needed more of Hulk, I'll be honest.
Cried and
I missed
cheered.
Hulk,
Wow.
yes. For those who saw it,
it
was pretty sad, yeah, especially from the last one, still a lot going on. But I will say I definitely missed some of Hulk. I was hoping for a bit more, like 30 minutes. We got like 5 or 10. Still good for not a Hulk movie, but I love Hulk, so, it's like Edwin inheriting MCM, exactly, CK. I love FNAF Lore, I love it as well. I still believe that the couch person could be one of William's relatives. It makes the most sense to me. Me too. And in that sense, it could almost be easier, or just to fit in instead of it being like Miss Afton or even Michael, because I think right now I'm Mike couch person theory type of guy, but I am definitely not opposed to any other idea, especially like Miss Afton, because I'm sure unnamed will back me up there, but I like the idea of Miss Afton being somewhere. She can come back and be the next villain. That's the next saga, you never know. I'm probably not, but Edwin Sr. warned his son about William and Henry. Okay, I think Fazbear's a whole, so they worked together before. There you go. That makes sense. Okay, well, there you go. Henry, do we think he's evil really quick? Is Henry an evil man? Or just forced?
Part of me thinks he's kind of like caught in the middle of things.
Right. Okay.
Like he could just go along with things. That almost seems like how he is in FNAF 6, where he's like, it's only now that he's found out like how depraved William was, like by the time of FNAF 6.
Okay, yeah.
But it's interesting, like how much did he know before then? Because like he had to know something, and like even in the movie, he had a suspicion that it was William, and then he just wasn't sure. Or maybe I'm thinking of the book where he had a suspicion that it was William, but he couldn't prove it. Like no one could prove it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
In some ways, it's almost like he's just letting William do things,
which is evil in a sense. CK,
yeah, I don't think he's completely innocent. Yeah. I used to think he was completely innocent, but like if you really listen to him in FNAF 6, it doesn't sound like that. Like even just something that he let bleed out to cause all this is like he was involved in some ways.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, and especially now with what we know, where he definitely knew what was happening to MCM. I think I think there's no way that he kind of was just like, oh, we have a new company under us now. Like, yay. I definitely think he knew something. But like you said, I don't think he was like murder evil, but he definitely, or like CK and you guys said, just enabler evil, where he kind of just let it happen and had his suspicions. That's exactly, yes, the CK is, perfect way to say it. Yeah, just kind of watched it all happen and didn't do much, which in a sense is evil on its own. And I don't think until it happened to him and in that sense Charlie that he did something, which, So yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, and definitely not evil. But William, for sure. All of that business, definitely for sure. Let's see, GJ's Legend says, Scott should make a game and or book about William's past before Fazbear Entertainment and give us a motive for actions. That is fair. And I do think motive is one of the biggest mysteries around William, right? Because I don't think the movie gave us an answer. We kind of just, find out he's murdering people.
Yeah, because like we have like, he kidnapped someone clearly, but it's like, was he just setting that up to kill Charlie, or like was he like originally just going to kidnap that other kid? And if so, like what was he doing? Why was he just washing dishes suddenly?
Right, we call it the mini remnant injector that he was washing and getting prepared. Yeah, that was weird. Or was it like all set up where he was trying to like lure her back?
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah,
so motives, it's a good question.
Very good question, and that we cannot answer. Definitely not even close. I think Henry is Fiona's brother. Ooh, making what David's uncle.
That was one of the things I first thought. Like, because when I first played through Secret of the Mimic, I genuinely thought that like Henry was just Edwin's buddy. Like literally, they were like besties, and they would come to the house with them and stuff. But then I actually think it was either you or Unnamed that first told me the idea of, well, what if he's not innocent? What if he's actually just like doing this to like find out things about Edwin's company and stuff since he worked with Fazbear or something.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh, I never thought of him like that.
Right?
But...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kind of,
But it kind of works with some of the stuff he says in FNAF 6. I'm like,
Right? Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. That's a good point. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about. I don't know how I feel. I don't know. I feel like you have your image, of a character. So for there to be evidence against the opposite, kind of I'm like, damn. I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, it's really hard for me to like sometimes separate my own ideas of how I think things are.
Yeah.
And then you're presented with something, and you're like, "Well, wait a minute."
Right, and I think, and I think a reason for that is like we don't have anything on them, so it's hard to grasp. Yeah, so I feel like everyone kind of has their own idea, and none of us really know except for, what do you call it? Except for I guess Scott, and anyone he's self-told. Let's see. Wait, I missed a few. Couch person is trying to stop William, assuming he is the orange guy, from being abusive to the child, which he clearly is, but the person doesn't have the will to physically stop them. Ooh, using that idea would make sense to be the grandparents, where kind of like they're trying to step in, but at the same time it's not like their child, so they couldn't step in directly. So I could see that as well, because it is a lot friendlier than Mike was, or if we're saying it's Mike person. Wait, it's not Mike Couch person. That's not what I think. I don't even know. We'll talk about that in a bit. Midnight Motorist. There's so many things there. But I do like it. Can't wait to dissect the FNAF lore frame by frame. Absolutely. Absolutely. Even if there's nothing in those frames, we're going to talk about it. Couch person is Michael, in my opinion. Wears gray, speaks in gray text, right? Watches TV. The size of him makes more sense as an adolescent/young adult. That's true. That's fair. I'm really torn on the couch person and even the runaway. The only thing I can agree is that William is orange guy. That's it. Cheeto man, I like it. 10 out of 10 film. Yes. Tamara, I agree 100%. Really good, really good. I get the feeling that William was very manipulative over Henry, especially if he somehow convinced him to destroy basically everything Edwin cares about. Yeah, I agree, definitely. I think it is until after, I'm sure Henry maybe realized this mistake and kind of distanced himself with whatever happened in FNAF 1, if he was the owner, things like that, so I agree. Henry's enabler. I haven't seen the new Spider-Man film yet. I've heard it's really good. It is. I recommend it to everyone to check it out. It is a really, really good and fun movie, so I recommend it. Henry is not evil, but he's most definitely not a good guy. He's morally gray. That I can agree with that too. I told Honey Bunny that I wanted to tell her about my road trip yesterday. Ooh, road trip, nice. I hope film 3 goes into his motive. Me too. Me too. I hope we get flashbacks, and I like the idea like to do flashbacks, because I want to see, I guess, more Henry William dynamic in the movies. It'd be cool if we got a Fredbear's flashback. I'm still waiting on something in that realm. You know what I mean? I think I just want to see Fredbear's. Does it exist in the movies? Like, do we know that for certain? I cannot. Does anyone know if Fredbear's is like confirmed to exist in the movies? Like, is there any actual mention of it, or just like Golden Freddy and Spring Bonnie kind of being there and existing? Hello, I see unnamed security guard in the chat. Everyone talking about M1 this and M2 that. Why don't we talk about M3? Interesting. That is M3's, a conversation definitely. That we could talk about M3. I 100% believe that. Welcome, my name, by the way. Hope you can join soon. I 100% believe that Fiona is Henry's sister, and once she died at the Fall Fest, then Henry would agree to start stealing employees and stuff from MCM, since sister wouldn't be. Oh, that's a good motive in that sense, where it's like the opposite. Instead of trying to destroy Edwin's life, it was trying to destroy Henry and kind of get him to. I like that. I like that. I guess betray Edwin in a sense. Hello, Trading Kid 01. Welcome. FNAF 2 is great. I agree. I thought film 2 would have more flashbacks, not gonna lie, because the game was a prequel and all, but Vanessa's dream sequence so cool. I agree. Me too. Especially once we got the cast announcements and kind of like they've been a duo in the Scream movies. I also thought there would be more flashbacks. But yeah, I agree. Seeing Circus Baby still such a crazy moment, so it makes me excited for what we could see in FNAF 3. Because they always kind of have like a crazy cameo in some sense, I think FNAF 1 was Bub and Shadow Freddy. So then in FNAF 2 we had Circus Baby. So in FNAF 3, my bet is the Mimic. We'll see the Mimic, I wish. Right? Imagine. I still remember we talked about like how Circus Baby was in the movie for like an hour. That was insane. Insane that she was there. I want to see the Bite of 83, 87 in the movies. Yes, that is fair. I thought, yeah, also because this was FNAF 2, I thought we'd get more on DCI and Bite of 87, but we did not. So I agree. I think the FNAF 2 location replaces Fredbear's in the films, since the FNAF 2 is the location with the spring locks that FNAF 1 established. Oh, I like that a lot. I like that. Okay, okay. Oh, Fredbear's has to exist. Golden Freddy came from somewhere, and so did Spring Bonnie. I really hope we see Fredbear's Lore in the movies. I agree. No way we don't see it. Even mention. Well, I don't want just mention. I want to see inside the pizzeria. But I agree, 100% has to exist. Yeah. But there's a couple things to talk about with the original lore. There's 6 games, not including even FNAF World, which we will talk about FNAF World once Unnamed gets here. He's the expert now. So since we're talking about it, why
I have been here. I've just been waiting for a good chance to
That's
hop
like a
in
perfect
and say
segue.
something.
Welcome. That is a perfect segue.
Scared the crap out of
That's gonna be too. I did not get the Discord notification that he's here.
You didn't make a sound or anything.
Me neither. I just heard it. I was like, when did he join? Discord did not notify me at all. By the way,
I'm
that's
amazed
scary.
you didn't hear that. So I was like, oh,
no,
perfect.
I didn't hear that. Welcome. Here he is, everyone. The FNAF World expert. That we will get into. I'd say he's the expert. I still need to actually play it entirely. I played it once so long ago. And then look into the lore, the bits of the lore. But welcome, Unnamed. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
I am fine. I'm sorry. I just was busy doing things. I am back now.
No, you're good.
Expert. Like, I can't wait to talk more about FNAF World. I'm just amazed I slept on it for so many years and thought like, oh, surely it's not really important. It was a fun little side game Scott made. Surely it's not important to the lore. And I'm realizing how important it actually is.
Yeah. I agree. I think I mean, I've always only talked about specifically the endings, but I do think that there's so much there, especially with the different, what would you call them? You kind of go into different levels almost, and then you end up at Ultimate Consequences. I think that is so cool, and definitely obviously connects to UCN, FNAF 3, with the mini games and setting up the mini games. There's a lot there. So,
I believe it's called The Underneath because that's what the songs are called on the soundtrack. In the little glitch world, it's, I guess, known as The Underneath, which is interesting.
That is interesting. Underneath. We'll talk about it. I don't know. FNAF World is the most lore-important spin-off. I agree, 100%. Besides Freddy in Space 2, it's second. FNAF World is a pleasant dream. I don't know, blocked my comment. Oh, I did not see that. It just says, also for me, redacted. I don't know. Okay, I mean, yes, okay. So there's a lot. I'm trying to think what we can talk about, first, because there's so many, I guess, thoughts in my mind. I mean, I guess a good one is FNAF World, of course. Why not? I think Unnamed brought up good points in the chats that everyone, in chat, feel free to bring up as well. And it's the three main characters that he personally believes are in FNAF World, which I would agree with as well. Sorry. So we'll start with Var and then we'll go to me and then Unnamed since he knows, honestly. Who the main characters of FNAF World are? So the easiest one, what is it, Unnamed? Who do we play as? Fredbear Plush and then Fredbear, the actual Fredbear guy? Are those
do you want me to say? Do you want me to start with me, or do you?
No, I just want those are the three, right? That that we could say are people.
Or the three characters that I see that are notable in FNAF World is the Fredbear, cartoony Fredbear that you actually see in game. There's the glitch plush bear eyes that's there with you in the intro and will pop up intermittently when you're talking with Fredbear. So that's the character 2. And the third one is the Freddy character we are playing as. Those seem to be 3 different characters.
Okay. I like that. Okay. Then I agree with that. And Var, we'll start with you, if you'd like.
Oh, lovely. I kind of go back and forth on it, but I for sure think Charlie is one of them. And probably Michael is one of them. Which is kind of a
right. That's what I also struggle with.
Different. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it a little longer.
Okay.
Rain check for number 3.
Yeah, we'll do a rain check. Yeah, and we'll come back. We'll circle back after a name maybe talks about it more. Yeah, I mean, for me it's similar. I can't I guess come to a solid conclusion of which one is which. But for me, the ones okay. So who we're playing as, right? The main character. For me, it can be interchangeable from Michael and Charlie. It could be those two, right? I'm fine with either. Or I like the idea of more of it being Charlie, and then Charlie, and then Michael kind of being an outside character in that sense in FNAF 3, but knowing about it and kind of seeing what's happening in some sense. I like that. Fredbear plush, I do like it to be Cassidy. Just kind of a wait. Okay, you know what? I think 3 different people for the character. Maybe I'm also fine with Crying Child. Then, because I like the idea where it's Cassidy for sure, Fredbear plush, and then kind of having a dynamic with the player who is the Crying Child and kind of telling them things that he's already heard from William as the Fredbear plush, if that makes sense. So it could be those 3 for the main character. Fredbear plush, I do think is Cassidy, if Cassidy exists, which you never know. And then Fred Bear himself, the little funny guy moving around, I think he could also be Michael in that sense, or even Henry. So a lot of different ideas, but those are the ones I have out there right now. So yeah. Let's see, real quick in chat. FNAF World is most likely heaven for the bite victim and the MCI kids, in my opinion. Ooh, okay. It is interesting that the second movie started in 82, so I'm hoping 3 goes into bites of 83 and 87. That's fair. 82 was such a funny date and totally feels like on purpose, because we all thought it was 83, 5, and 7. I love Scott for that. Spring Bonnie has blue eyes, not green, and Golden Freddy has blue and one missing in that movie. I think if Fredbear is around, it happens closer to 1960s or 70s. Ooh, earlier. I like that. Okay, I could get behind that. I think FNAF World involves Scott Cawthon, ooh, Cassidy, and the Crying Child, and us as the player. Or that's a good idea. CK, I'm totally stealing that. I'm sorry. I think we could also, yes, be ourselves as the player. I like that a lot. Blackfoot Fair solved this with the FNAF Horror. I feel like I can't say it right, but I would love to check out that video. I think Crying Child, Cassidy, and Charlie. Okay, I also can get behind that one. Are in FNAF World, and that Michael is Old Man Consequences. Ooh, Old Man Consequences. That's a good one. You can also throw him in. I think Old Man Consequences is yes, Michael. Or I'm fine with it being like a new character, but I do like that as well. Is the storyteller probably, and I'm to be honest, worth thinking about in FNAF World? Glitch Fredbear talks about how there is a storyteller pulling the strings and tries to persuade you to ignore them. Ooh.
Correct.
I definitely think it is worth talking about. And, right, like, you know, Scott in Universe, I think is interesting as well, especially since he is a boss in I'm pretty sure he's a boss, right, eventually?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's a good point. I sometimes forget Scott's like in that game. I think he's only in that game as himself, right? I can't think if he's anywhere else as Scott.
Yeah, as Scott himself, yes, or at least Anim Dude, for what it's worth.
Right. Where else?
But he does, like, it might also be Scott because he describes like, oh, I'm making these games for all of you, so it truly might be like a fourth wall break.
Right. Okay, I can see it. Cassidy exists. I agree, I think, for the most part. I think Old Man Consequences is some type of otherworldly entity. I don't think it's meant to be anyone. If it is meant to be someone, then I believe it's meant to be Edwin. Ooh, I like that. I can agree, again, with both of them. I'm fine with any idea, because that one we have the least kind of evidence, especially since in, you know, the modern games, it's just the old man or the old king, I think. But we know it's like the same character. But I do like the idea of it being, yeah, some otherworldly entity that we aren't supposed to know who it is or isn't someone, but I do like using the modern lore. I saw earlier you had a good comment about the footprints for Midnight Motors being White Tiger, which I think is also cool. I love the idea of maybe filling in some holes, you know, using the new lore. I think it's really cool. So yeah, great points, everyone. That will move to Unnamed. What are your answers, if you want to share them, or just anything on FNAF World?
I guess I could make it a choice, like. And this might be a really bummer thing, because I don't want to just give the whole kit and caboodle. So, like, if you guys, like, majority want me to, I will say here who I think, but I won't elaborate on, because to elaborate, I would have to spoil too much, basically. Okay, so that's up to you guys. If a majority want me to say who I think each is, I will.
What do we think, Chad? Do we want him to say who everyone is individually? Let us know real quick, and I personally do want to. I want to know.
Just know I probably won't explain it.
That's fair, and I like the idea. That way we can, you know, find out in the actual videos. So everyone in chat, do you want to know the answers? Let us know. Toasted says, it's not as satisfying and involved as other theories, but I personally think FNAF World is mostly meta. Okay. I think we as a player putting the HD pieces, Happiest Day pieces into boxes is us putting it in FNAF 3 What to Find. I can see that as well. You know, you are obviously like setting it up and for the FNAF 3 player, which is Michael or whoever you believe it is. And yeah, that definitely does feel more meta, where But yeah, I could see both, or then you could also find the lore reasons for it, and like, you know, so I can see both of them. Hello, my name is Scott Cawthon, and I'm coming out to say there is no FNAF lore. Yes, okay, so you have 2 yeses, so I think you should. I'm here for the ride. Hello, Zeno Leo the 67. Oh, I like your name, by the way. I'm not sure if that was intended, but love the name. I feel like sometimes can't say names. If I ever say someone's name wrong, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I need new glasses, clearly. But welcome. Go ahead, unnamed. Give us the answers without explanation, which is okay.
Well, I want to see, like, do the majority of people want me to say, or like, well, because I don't want to like it's truly like teasing them with something if I don't explain it, because if I just say who it is, right, like, you guys will immediately be like really curious as to why I think it's who it is, and like, especially annoying because like I kind of have like 2 answers at this point.
Okay.
Because like I will say this, I'm wondering if the Fredbear character really is a character and not just a creation of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. I think Toasted says it the best, where he says, tease it now, and then shamelessly self-promo an upcoming video. I agree with that 100%. No sis shame over here, VAR named. You guys are welcome to do whenever. All right. I don't care if you just put the link, anything.
I can say, but then you guys are going to have to speculate on your own, because I'm literally not going to say anything beyond it, so...
Okay.
It seems that's what people want, you know, here it is. I think there are 2 answers that I have at the moment, and I'm not sure which I want to do more. And I've got to get this right before I, like, finish this final scene in the script. Because that's what I'm writing now, because I forgot to put it in. But it's the last major thing. But what I currently think is 2 answers. One, if they are 3 different characters, as in the Fredbear cartoon character is also a character, then one of my answers is that the Freddy character is Charlie, the Fredbear character is Cassidy, and the glitch plush is Fiona.
Oh, Fiona, okay. Okay, wait, one more time.
There
are you say the player was? One more time?
If there are only 2, and the Fredbear character isn't a character, and Fredbear is just a creation of the world, then I do think more so that the player character, and this is what I'm wondering, it might simply just be Charlie and Cassidy. Charlie is Freddy, and the glitch plush is Cassidy. If there are only 2. If there are 3, yeah, it would be Charlie, Freddy, Cassidy, Fredbear, Fiona, glitch plush.
Wow. Yeah, very, very...
I'm not explaining a thing, though.
That's why I'm like, okay, now I get what you mean totally. Fiona, yeah, I think is the one that really twists my brain. I agree with Toasted. Also, welcome, Zeno. Perfect, sounds good. Welcome. I also, to answer Sholi's question, I am I think Copper Helpy is like the file name. I don't know where this appears in Help Wanted. Apparently he's in Help Wanted. I was like, oh, I love Helpy. He's kind of bronze. Let me put a little film hat on him and make him sit in a film chair. And that's how he's created, everyone. Give our P-Brains a workout, also says Zeno, which I find very funny. That's literally how I think about myself all the time. Very interesting. Yes, I mean, I think everyone could really agree that that's interesting. I don't I think Fiona, I really need to revisit as a character, especially as F10 and 4, and then what her intentions are, I think also matter a lot. This is a good question by Toasted. Do you, to be clear, do you mean the actual Fiona or F10 and 4? That's also a really good question.
You know, I wish I could explain anything about this. Okay. That's for you guys to figure or wait for me to upload. What do you think, guys? Who do you think I mean? Do you think I mean Fiona or F10? Or both? Who knows? What do I mean?
I want to go with both, if not F10 and 4, I want to say. Because I don't... Or it's also like, do you see them both? Do you see F10 and 4 as the actual Fiona? It's another, depends... Depends how you want to see it. I don't know. You know, it's interesting. I don't know. I lean towards more F10 and 4. That's just me. What about you, Var? What do you think?
Who knows?
He's about sick of my theorizing at this point.
That's an interesting one. I don't know. Really quick, just because Tamara's here and I know she's busy, hopefully doing her homework preparation for the next semester. Just saying. We're gonna give the new memberships for the month. I can give 10 free, which I appreciate. So we'll give them out, everyone. Hopefully Tamara gets one. But whoever gets them, appreciate you guys being here. And yeah, we're gonna send 5 out really quick. This is it. Hopefully Tamara gets just one. We just want one, please. Why not both? I'm fine with both. Here we go. Keep your secret, says ZK.
Someone using my catchphrase. Why not both?
All right, here we go. Here are the first 5 memberships. Tomorrow should get one, hopefully.
Let's go gambling.
Let's go gambling. This is it. Here we go. Dog EKB on Jordan, ONG Jordan 25, Real John Business, Miker 1014, Thallium TV 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, that is 5. Okay, Tamar, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Dang it. Well, one more round of 5. But to everyone who did get a membership, thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you guys for being here. It means a lot that
won the game.
People are even here. Yes, next batch. Hopefully, here we go.
There's a lot of people.
Right, almost 50 people. Appreciate it, guys.
Let's go gambling.
It's Tippier got one. Oh, there you go. XCH Lay, Cherry Boom 2198 on Ento Mac 78, Cowman 2233. I am so sorry, Tamara. Next month I will try again. Next month we will try again. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. You know, try. Thank you, everyone who did memberships. Again, I love gambling. My favorite gambling is loading up a new FNAF game to find whether it'll be the worst or best game I've played in years, says Toasted. That's interesting. Just saying, next week, I think it's a week from now or less, we should get the next, hopefully, an announcement. Toasted has made a lot of cool videos, and he's really, he's really keeping up with it. Everything, or just news in general. So check out his channel real quick. It should be next week, right, guys? We're getting something?
The 8th, yes? I think. It's like a week from today.
Okay. Do we all think we're going to get something?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Who knows? Maybe they'll make a lineup like they did that other time where it was like the whole week.
That would be crazy. I hope so.
I still
doubt it, but maybe.
Last year.
You don't think it'll be anything like last year?
No, I think it's crazy that they didn't do anything last year, even as it is, right?
Yeah, that was interesting, especially from what happened. What happened? It's this week. Okay, yeah. Toasted is glad. We love gambling. I don't get invaded my Tom or map every other day. I wish you could just give memberships directly to people as the creator. Right? Hopefully, I would honestly give everyone here if I could.
Well, yeah, that tells me that they were so busy at the time they did not want to tease literally anything. Which
that's what I hope it was too. Getting those crazy water graphics ready. I think that's what it was back. It's Tippier with another here's your money back. Oh no. No, it was no. Tippier, that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. W Bronze in the chat. Thank you. Wow, it means a lot. That means a lot. I feel bad because it was free on my part. I feel so bad now. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much. That means still a lot to me. And that second donation, so appreciate that a lot. Everyone, if any, yes, Tippier, if anything, but do appreciate it a lot, by the way. Thank you so much. Wow. Toasted says, I think we'll get one small teaser image to announce, but I don't think there'll be anything huge. I agree with that totally. I don't even think it'll be like a Secret of the Mimic type of thing, where it's like, the small kind of teaser. I think it'll just be the announcement, like just an image. Five Nights at Freddy's Water Park Mind Game. Boom. Don't think I forgot the mind. Boom. Water Park Mind Game. Coming, what would be? July 2027, I think would be good, especially if it is summer themed. But I'd love to hear what everyone else thinks when this possible game could be released. Bronze, do you know any DaVinci? Yes, I've found some good tutorials. I'll try to link them here in a second. Please remind me hopefully by the end. Yes, I did find some pretty up-to-date ones, good up-to-date ones. So yes, I'll put them in chat in a second. Don't feel bad. Okay, but still, thank you so much. Means a lot to me. Just thank you. What if in the FNAF 4 box is David Murray's body. Oh my. Suggesting that David is the one who he should not have killed. Dragging it further, David is Glitch Bear. Ooh, that's a good one. Helping David Afton go to heaven or something. Ooh, I like that a lot. I love new characters in the original lore. I know some people don't, but I love it. I could get behind all those ideas. I hope we get a small photo from the game. One single photo is enough for me. Me too. Especially if it's like kind of telling us what character we're going to play as or what character returns. That's going to be awesome. Now, even further, Dave Murray and Dave Afton are the two halves of the same person. Whoa. That is really cool. I like that. I like that idea. So, okay, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Dave Murray is Golden Freddy, maybe? Just putting that out there. David being the one you should not have killed mentioned. Yes, absolutely. W theory idea. Welcome back, Mio, also. I was going to say something. I am going to be out of town when it gets announced, unfortunately. VAR unnamed, and you do to spam my phone, please. Please blow up my phone if it gets announced, and I'll record.
Oh, boy.
Like in the mall or something, wherever I am. It's going to be recorded. I'm kidding, probably not. Not until the day after, but I'm super excited. We're going to get something. There's no way we don't. Imagine the trailer. What if we're like so like behind in our heads of how far they are, and we get like a whole trailer release date. That'd be crazy.
There's just like a new game coming out the 9th. Like,
right?
what?
I'd be like, yo, I gotta go home right now. No. Or I have to go buy a PC somewhere, please. Call me controversial, but it's actually called being clinically insane. No, I get it, man. I get it. I do not like new characters put into roles of older characters. I didn't even like Spring Bonnie's introduction in FNAF 3. Ooh, I'm the ultimate retroactive info hater. I also get it. I also get that side because I think that because you know you have to every time you kind of do something like that, where fill in a hole with a new character, you kind of have to explain that new lore and kind of everything else that was said there. So I get it. FNAF 12 coming out next time Daco is on vacation. Ooh. I just want to put this out. Daco's latest thumbnails are hilarious. It's like him. I got spring locked or something, and it's like him in his Freddy suit, just like sitting there. I think it's hilarious. I'm gonna put it up here in a second because I thought it was that funny. I want yes, 5 laps at Freddy's. Yes, we do not have 5 laps at Freddy's multiplayer announcement. That's why if they did a week, I definitely think they could. FNAF 3 small news. Here's a Phantom image. 5 laps at Freddy's game announcements. FNAF World 2 Secret Mimic DLC. There's your week. There's your week of FNAF. Did he announce if he was like a week when he did the week of FNAF, right? 2 years ago. How far or how before? You know, how long before the actual anniversary did he announce it? Was it like a month or something? He gave us time, right? If that makes sense.
For what now?
Last 2 years ago, right? When he did do the week of announcements. How?
Yes.
Like when did he announce that before the anniversary? Was it a while ago?
Maybe within like the month or so.
Damn, we are definitely not getting a week then. Never mind.
I think.
I see,
maybe
okay.
Again, we would have to go back and look at it. It's been 2 years.
It was like 10. It was like
it was the 10th anniversary.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, we'll get at least just something. 8th, right? That's my actual anniversary with my girlfriend also. So pretty cool. We'll take it. We all know 5 Laps at Freddy's number 2 will be announced at the anniversary. That's so funny. Just announcing the sequel. I love that. Var says 5 Laps at Freddy's made me very happy. I agree. Hello, Spring Bonnie News Plays Games. Love the name and profile. Nice. Welcome. I finally got my first win in 5 Laps at Freddy's. I had to rebind a whole bunch of stuff, but I did it. Also, the Living Tombstone's new Mimic song helped me lock in. That song is amazing, and that music video amazing. Yeah, I love how they reference the old videos. That was so cool. Especially it's been so long and like the what would we call it, the pixelated one. I love that. I love that so much. That is so cool. Awesome.
Oh yeah,
that is awesome, guys. Yes.
Just like
and the animation.
That moon.exe look.
Yes. Also, like when he went back and forth, so cool. I would play it, but I think I got copyrighted. So, but you know. Hello, Blaze. Welcome. Hello, everyone. I made it. Thank you for being here. Welcome. So hyped for FNAF 2. Now with more characters, less mechanics, less camera usage, less strategy, and rare integral lore events.
Oh boy.
Interesting. Okay, but okay, FNAF World, right? Sorry, went off topic with the FNAF Water Park mind game rant. Sorry, I have to. I think Var said it. We always talk about the modern lore in some aspect because, you know, it matters. It's important. Even in a whole series. Oh, hello. By the way, Haps Set Shut Welcome podcast question mark. If that's a question like when's the next one, we'll probably do one on the game announcement. Not gonna lie, because we could talk about them for hours. So we'll probably do one then when I get back. It'll be that like Sunday, so we can do it then. Which I think is the day after, so it's not that bad. TO2's latest song was great. Yes, absolutely. Personally, my favorite one is the original "Stuck Inside" by Living Tombstone. Ooh, I think it's. I can't even rank their song. It is so hard to talk about. Or try to rank which one. No, I just love all of them. So hyped for FNAF 17, where Scott gives us another hint at the lore. Every single thing we knew before is wrong, right? Secret of the Mimic, I think, was still so funny that first weekend when, or like week the game was released. I was like, oh my god, Edwin created all the animatronics. What? I was freaking out. And I didn't understand. It took me so long to get M1, M2. I'll be honest. It took me so long to understand that. Especially because
I still don't quite get it.
Right, yeah. Especially because I hadn't like fully played it yet. I was like, what is M2? I was like, what are we talking about, guys? What? I was freaking out. It took me so long to understand that I was freaking out. I had to take a break for like 2 hours and then get back to it. FNAF World. I think we should talk specifically about the glitch Fredbear plush, because one of the most the lore drops, right? So real quick, unnamed, your answer was who again?
I have two answers. Okay, it depends on if Fredbear is an actual character or not, and not just a creation of the little pocket dimension world. Let's go with whatever.
They are a character, because I like that a lot. What was your answer?
If they are a character, Fredbear is Cassidy. Freddy, the player character, is Charlie, and Fiona is the glitch bear.
Okay, Fiona. Love it.
Which I know.
Do you have an answer?
But yeah.
No, I love that.
For the plush?
Yeah, the plush.
For the wait, so that's the
yellow eyes, I think, at the beginning? Yeah, yes. FNAF World, yeah. Who like every or not I don't know how often it is. Like at the beginning and then the end. Just it's all black and then you just see eyes.
And like at the end when you like wait at the last text screen of Fredbear, and like the glitch plush will pop up and sedate.
We can always look at the thing. We can look at them. We'll look at them real quick. But Var, I would love to get your answer so we can then discuss.
Because
I feel bad pressuring. I'm so sorry.
I think the eyes that we see are the glitchy one.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think that's Charlie.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. Why could I not find a video?
Unless they do some serious retroactive storytelling where it's like, since Princess Quest had like the glitch that like spawned the whole F10 Princess Quest game into existence and Help Wanted, and they're going to be like, oh, okay, this is just like an F10 thing because glitches. Ha ha ha.
I mean, I know you might not like it, but like I will say something on that real quick that like Scott has touched on that indirectly before of like it's not really a retcon if he never clarified to begin with.
Yeah, it's just retroactive storytelling. But like how he sees a retcon is like him changing something that's established, which is different.
Yes.
But it is still retroactively telling the story to do things like that.
Right, well, and that would have been the case with the box if that ever came out, too. And it might still if it pops up in Chica's secret party, if that, comes up, right? Like, he himself said multiple times that the answer has changed multiple times over the years. How will we know for sure if the one answer he does give us, if he gives us one, is the actual one it settled on, and not just, the latest one he was working on, Not wanting me to doubt Scott or anything, but it's if I'm in that perspective, it's like, these goobers will never know. They'll assume the answer I give them was the one, that I had, it wasn't, my option number 2. It was, the latest one, right? Who knows? Well, we would never know. We can only use what he puts out. I guess is just my thing.
Mio, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Key Vo got it. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. It means the world when anyone donates anything. It means a lot to me. Thank you guys so much. And 70 people almost. Thank you guys so much. That's crazy. Crazy. You guys are insane. Thank you guys so much for being here. Oh, I can't believe it. Okay, but I have the cutscenes. I searched up the world. What is it? The clock ending cutscenes and minigames. I think that's the best we got.
But again, if it is 2 characters, it is just Charlie and Cassidy to me. Charlie being Freddy, Cassidy being the glitch plush.
Okay.
It depends, again, very much on if you think the Fredbear is an actual character.
Right. So I guess we can look at it right and see if everyone as well think you can kind of think for an answer. I think the 3 biggest answers that we could probably agree on, or there's honestly multiple, but I guess the ones we brought up, right, are Cassidy, Fiona, Charlie, and my answer would probably lean towards Charlie. Honestly, I'm sorry, I just do like the idea of being Charlie or Cassidy. I could be with either one. I don't know. Or I just want to throw in someone random and be like Michael. Probably not. Or William. No, probably not either. But we can take a look at the cutscenes that we have for the clock ending and go from there. If you guys want to, we'll go from there.
I'm surprised and glad nobody said like the crying child for the player character. Like I think I've seen some people speculate that.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it's very possible, but I think Michael's a little more likely.
I would just wanted to point out that it can't work because of explicitly what the Fredbear character tells us of like we are needing to like put the pieces in place for him to find. Speaking to the player character. So like what sense would it make, right, for him to do that for himself, right? Like this is someone else doing it for him, putting the pieces for him to find, right?
Right, yeah.
Or it's the difference of once you've entered the game versus us being talked to at the beginning, because I do think whoever's talking to us at the beginning, us in that beginning segment is Crying Child. So when the yellow eyes in the dark are talking to someone, they're talking to Crying Child.
Okay.
We could look at it, but
I could get behind the Crying Child as well.
Charlie.
Like, who else are they talking to there? I'm genuinely curious.
Charlie, in my opinion.
Okay. But I don't know, the voice lines feel so targeted, though, with, like, things Crying Child already heard. I don't know, it's interesting, right? But at the same time, like, would the Crying Child be inside his own brain, if that makes sense, right? Which also kind of makes sense. Because he'd be roaming his own, what we call reality or his own consciousness. I can never say that word. I always have to repeat it if I ever say in videos. I always avoid it. Consciousness.
So Charlie needs to be put back together? I'm confused.
No. I would have to look at it again.
Oh, here.
And see, this is why I've been
really
double checking.
Unnamed Toasted brought up a great point that I totally forgot about, but I remember that teaser. A friendly reminder that at the end of the game, Circus Baby is depicted as yellow eyes for some reason. Have fun with the implications. Smiley face.
In the
Thank you.
update.
Yeah, on the update.
What is it? Was that the Halloween update? I feel like I remember. Where they added like the little like Jacko characters or whatever in the spooky world or whatever. If anyone else can correct me on that. Yeah. In which case, I might liken it to the same situation in FNAF 4, to where it's just like the update isn't canon, but the characters are. As much as you might not like that, that's what I'm wondering then, that specific scene is not canon. It's truly just a teaser. Which, to be fair, you might also say for Help Wanted with the glitchtrap teaser teasing the Pizzaplex, but who knows?
That's interesting if, your actual answer is that Yellow Eyes is Circus Baby. That is interesting, because we're saying Circus Baby, not Elizabeth in that sense, most likely. I feel like you could make it work, honestly. I think there's a way. I don't know. I think it would work.
Actually, yeah. Let me think on that. Could Circus Baby be glitch eye?
Because if so, that's my new answer. Just because I think it's cool. I know you shouldn't theorize in that sense, but
Why not?
You gotta at least
go down that path and see where it leads you.
Yeah.
I will admit maybe, but I lean towards no, just because of where I think Circus Baby actually is at that point in time.
Okay.
Unless she made copies of herself.
Right. which help wanted to, by the way. She's there. Great point by also G. James. When Fazbear Entertainment claimed the right to MCM, it's very likely that William discovered the White Tiger ghost and first learned about possession and hauntings. I'm totally fine with the idea, especially since we have no other kind of, I guess, what would be his introduction to possession or remnant, or if there is one. I liked it a lot. And it could be cool because he should still be roaming around even now. Because I don't think Crying Child has had a happiest day unless you count the actual fire from Parachute ending. Almost like Princess Quest, God. The Parachute ending, and then or like another event. So I like it. Yeah, I think the more teaser scenes aren't entirely canon. They just depict what they need to tease the player for the upcoming release. Sometimes it works. Hope wanted one, but sometimes sometimes it's a tad rough world. That's fair. It did work perfectly. Still one of my favorite teasers from Help, or just in general FNAF teasers. I love seeing that Pizzaplex. I wish it was there. I will admit, I was not there when it was happening live. I only came back after FNAF, or when FNAF Security Breach was releasing, because in that sense, almost like a break from the franchise, right? Because I just wasn't into it at some time. But I wish I was there when it came out, and because I wish I could have seen the videos talking about it and speculating. That's so cool. I missed it. I'm sorry. He originally specified that Nightmare Balloon Boy was canon. Oh, specifically. No, he originally specified. I did say, okay, Nightmare Balloon Boy is canon. Right, what did he say that isn't canon from the ending? A Nightmare Mangle? I can't remember if he said anything specifically.
I, honest to God, cannot remember. Yeah, no, I can't, honestly, I know he said one of them. It's either the Nightmare Balloon Boy or the, what is it? Nightmarion. It's one of them.
Yeah, that makes sense, okay. I'm trying to think, I can't remember all the Scott Cawthon statements. Sometimes I feel like I make up things where he totally didn't say that. He said everything but Balloon Boy. Okay, there you go. Interesting. Okay, but now we can take a look at the cutscenes and see what you guys think. Does this give Fiona, Cassidy, Charlie, David? We'll find out next stream. No, I'm kidding. Right now, obviously. Okay. Okay, hopefully you guys can see my screen now. You know what? Unnamed and VAR cannot, so let me do that real quick. Sorry, you know what, guys? I'm sorry I'm switching between screens on one thing. I lost my second monitor. I didn't lose my second monitor, but I stopped using it. It's all on one screen now. No. Is there a workaround to that? Probably. That I need to figure out one day. But I'm so sorry. It feels a little unprofessional where I'm just in your face showing my OBS. I'm sorry to everyone, but a lot of space with the second monitor opened up with that one, I mean. So, it's nice. Share my screen. Okay, here we go. Hopefully, now, you guys can see it on Discord. Here we are, right?
Doesn't matter.
I'm sorry, this is Grandma. Hello, Cooper.
There we go.
Welcome. Welcome. Damn, rather than watching the cutscenes on YouTube rather than doing a full playthrough. Sad face, that's really funny. Yeah, I am not the guy for a FNAF World game walkthrough. That's unnamed. It would take forever. We're never leaving stream. Not good at it.
I did it in 3 streams, kind of.
It would take me a bit more. Okay, but here we go. Hopefully everyone can see my screen now. Audio is good. And yeah, we'll take a listen. Let me know if you guys want me to pause anything like that. And yeah, we'll go from here. Here we go. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'm always scared to just blast people's ears. I'm so sorry.
There's an effect here.
Ooh, already an interesting line. Wow.
This is a safe place, a sanctuary. I can't wait. That's why I am here.
Interesting. Okay.
I won't let the same happen to you. I will put you back together.
Holy, that scared me.
It is interesting.
What a transition. That actually scared me. Oh my god.
Wow. FNAF.
Jump scare. Okay, I think there's a couple of things to address here, right? So first thing, this idea is really cool. Everything that happens out there has an effect here. Do you understand that? Next thing.
Do we?
I don't. The sanctuary thing and exactly what this place is, and the fact that it was safe. And then, okay, what happened, right? What had gone wrong?
Yes. What
that
does
is
happen?
Also what happened? A bite of 80 something maybe. So and then also because that something wrong. Holy cutscene, I know.
Very wrong.
That's because Yellow Eyes is here. Very wrong. That's why I'm here. Also interesting.
Yep.
And then won't let that same happen to you. Put you back together. So really, what is this place? What is the sanctuary? What happened that went wrong? And the FNAF 4 lines. And this is only the first 47 seconds of 7 minutes. Wow. That is unfortunate.
This is going to be very important for my
video.
Shout out. I literally can't
Sire Squawks. He has like all the cutscenes. It's crazy. Thank you, Sire. Love your stuff. So yeah, what do we think? Really quick, we'll start with the easier stuff. What is this place? What is the sanctuary? Var, start with you.
I think it's like where the souls go after they die.
Okay, perfect. I can totally get behind that.
But not like moving on, like not like heaven, just like people that have
like a middle plane almost.
Yeah, like the flip side,
okay.
Whatever. Like, it's not like you're not in the real world necessarily, but you haven't moved on from it.
I could like that, and then there. No, I could like that, and there would still be like an effect, in the real and what do you call it? Or not the real world, but the outside world, and then the sanctuary. I like that.
Like it's like a spiritual area. Like souls are there, but they haven't like gone on to the afterlife, I guess.
I like that, and it reminds me of School Spirits, the show. I made a theory about it a while ago, like the different levels, and how that worked. But in that one, yeah, there is like a middle plane before they like move on, and it's just like the ghost can kind of see everyone in the school type of thing. That's what it reminds me of, right? Like just like a middle area where you can't move on, but you're not alive either. You're just like kind of a ghost walking around. I could get behind that. And so would it be different for everyone's like brain, do you think? Like, do you think it takes place in a brain? Is it like just one huge area? Is it different for everyone? You know what I mean? Is that where Happiest Day takes place?
I think it's more connected to like the FNAF story. So just like it's not like anyone that dies goes here. It's more connected to the Afton murders and stuff and how the souls aren't able to move on, I guess.
Okay. I like that where it's like connected to William because Tipper just said, wait, what if it's the evil deeds of William leaked into the sanctuary? I'm suggesting Yellow Eyes is maybe a god, maybe even Old Man Consequences, trying to put everyone who William did wrong back together. That is interesting. I like that a lot. I like the idea where it's like the murderer is doing something, and maybe there's like, maybe a murder is what caused something wrong to happen. I like that. Yellow Eyes is the mimic. True, I agree.
I need to finish my video trying to explain what I think is going on. Oh, nice.
No, I like that. I like that a lot. Can we get a FNAF Security Breach 2 sequel, aka FNAF Security Breach but ruined?
Security Breach 2, Mind Break.
Security Breach 2? Security Breach? Whoever said that, we need to find. I always feel bad. I can't remember who said that. Security Breach 2, hilarious. It's happening. Oh no, the Mimic Ball. no, it's real. The Mimic Ball is real. Or the green, also transparent characters.
Where is Roxy? My ball?
Right? I love that song still. I think it's hilarious. The evil deeds affect the afterlife because the one you should not have killed is affecting the afterlife, which would be the sanctuary. Ooh. I think Old Man Consequences is either God or like Archangel Michael. That's really cool. I like that too. Archangel Michael. Ooh. Okay. Nice. Unnamed. What do you think?
I literally cannot say anything.
Ooh, okay.
Like I know you guys hate it, but like again, this is just so critically important to what I'm doing for my timeline. Like I cannot say anything about this. Like if I would, it would spoil everything.
I'm sorry, 3D
game. This right. is I will say that this opening cutscene to FNAF World is extremely important. You need to pay very close attention to what is said. And the context. I want to know
who you guys think is being put back together here. Like, who are they talking to?
To me, it's got to be
Crying Child.
It's got to be Crying Child. Or is it like a general statement? Like it's kind of questions. I don't know if this is what Tippy is saying, but I do. It could also be like a general type of statement where I will put you back together. They know what was said to Crying Child, and now saying it to every other soul who is corrupted. and in some sense, like that's what's stopping them from moving on. Not necessarily, or not, I guess, corruption, but the idea where they're like broken, right? Is every kind of soul broken together, or is the idea of being broken, right? Is that exclusive to the crying child? Because in that sense, what makes a soul, like, can something make a soul different? Because you have, I don't want to say normal soul, because everyone was murdered, which is horrible, right? Especially stuffed into an animatronic. Would you know? Does that just make you a soul, but then to become the one you should have killed, like rageful? You know, what's the word? Vengeful. Get it? Spirit. Like,
Yes.
does something specific need to happen to you? Did that happen to the crying child? Did that only happen to Cassidy? Andrew?
These are
A lot of
extremely good
questions.
questions.
Thank you.
Why do Cassidy and Charlie seem special, but the MCI don't?
I want to say I like the idea where it's the last emotion they felt. I know, obviously, probably be sad and scared. Well, we don't obviously know what happened, which I don't think we need to. But where, like, in the FNAF 2 movie, I think Charlie is angry and she kind of takes that vengeful spirit role. I think it could be something like that, where maybe Cassidy was rageful and kind of took that role. Bro, hot take, but Cassidy, the one you should not have killed, is who doesn't make sense. I can get the frustration. I can, because there's not much on them, but I like the idea of them talking in the logbook. What makes you so special? That's a great quote. Var, you're my help wanted to guy. What makes you so special? What do you think that means?
Don't want to get me started down that rabbit trail.
That line is so cool though. Still, I think that is so cool that people just that you hear from different characters in Help Wanted to. So cool and scary. I refuse to play Help Wanted to in VR. I haven't for a while, even though I know it's made for that. I can't. Too much of a chicken.
I just cannot wait for a multiplayer, like, increasing difficulty in this mode of, like, food prep with you guys.
Yeah. I agree. I think that'll be so much fun. Or just
I will get a VR
in.
set just to play that with you guys.
It would be so much fun. Yeah, just yelling at each other to make the food.
Still will, please.
Charlie and Cassidy are just built different. I can get behind that one too. Yeah, I can get behind that one too. Yeah, there's, I don't know what could make them different. I do like idea them being screen lock, says Trinket. I do like that as well. I could see that. But if it isn't that, I don't know. And then does it have to do something with this world? I like the idea where it's like a play, kind of third or middle plane, kind of like Var said. I think Unname's answer is probably that it's all happening on a computer system. I'm kidding, probably not. But I do know that's some answer. Like the brain look like circuit board stuff. Or just kind of F10 if she did have some role. Obviously, we know that's a computer. A huge computer. So I don't know. It could be a lot of answers. But I do think it has to do more with the souls rather than anything else. And I'm sure Unnamed answer, right? Is that your answer? Something with souls? At least tell us that.
Once again, I can't say anything.
Really? Not even? Okay.
Again, you're asking the right questions. Like,
we'll take it.
Again, I'm so close to getting this thing done and being ready to put. Once this stupid video is out, I promise I will explain all of this, in my opinion, right? But, like, I really want it to be, like, mostly a surprise for everybody. And, like, I'm literally just trying to figure out, like, who is exactly who here. Like, I think I know what is happening. It's just, this is literally the one thing I need to finish to get this script done, is, like, who is who, right? Like, I get, like, hopefully I can solve that here. Like, what do you all think? Like, help me figure it out. Are there 3 characters here or 2?
Yes. Before I answer that real quick, thank you for tuning in Cooper's cosplay. I was just checking out your stuff. You have some really cool cosplays, and good luck with the Glamrock Freddy cosplay. Really cool. I wish I had the talent and skills for anything like that. Most I can do is, like, maybe a Spider-Man mask painted with Sharpie. But good luck with that. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it a lot. And yeah, have fun with that. Okay, so I think there are 3 characters for sure. I honestly had never considered that Fredbear was its own until you brought it up. But then the fact that there can't be 2 Fredbears, to me, it just makes it seem like it's more than just an NPC who, like, kind of guides you, right? The fact that there can't be 2 or something like that to me says something.
Also, remember, like, one of the endings is, like, the 2 Fredbears occupying the same point at the same time, and, like, crashes the game or whatever FNAF World is. I'm sorry. It seems to crash it. Remember, is one of the open canon, like, whether it's canon or not, whatever. But it is a ending of FNAF World.
Mm-hmm.
Is when you, like, have them both meet in the same spot. That's just worth pointing out. So what do you think that means? That whole ending, the fact that it's even possible.
Then I kind of get confused or switch my answers in a sense, right? Because to me, then I was like, oh wait, maybe Cassidy is then the Fredbear character, because in that sense there can't be. I don't know. I guess I always thought of that relating to how Cassidy and Crying Child are the same character and how they're can't almost in a sense, right? So that's why I'm like, oh, then I don't think Fredbear has to be some Fredbear character type of character like Crying Child or Cassidy. I can't say what it means necessarily. I do think what it tells me though is that again that character is related to Fredbear obviously, and that it is a character, not just an NPC. Because if it wasn't an NPC, then why would that happen, right?
Why would that matter?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I can answer as of right now. I don't know if War has any other ideas though.
I don't know.
Right, because the ending is
I'm also, just thinking.
Right, and also what I thought about the other ending, which is either an angel or someone holding two kids. That ending is so crazy to me. I still think about that sometimes. We'll go over that ending hopefully later.
Maybe that's a great question. What ending do you guys think is canon?
Man, I don't even know all the endings, but clock ending because of FNAF 3. I think.
Or are there multiple endings?
Or Help Wanted 2, FNAF 3 situation. You never know.
Yeah, is it a FNAF 3 situation?
I'm going to say just the clock ending. That's the most
clock ending.
The clock ending, yeah. Freddy is the mascot of Fazbear Entertainment. True. There could be a Freddy Bear and Golden Freddy. Interesting. Okay. And yet there just seems to be a million Freddys constantly being made. Yeah, true. I love Freddy though. Oh, just real quick in chat, was anyone able to get their hands on the Spirit Halloween Freddy animatronic? I just want to know. Me and Var unlucky. Was not happening, chat. But I want to know if anyone was able to get it. I just think that'd be crazy. The Scott Cawthon ending. Ooh, the clock ending. Or the Scott ending said Trinket. Yeah, clock ending may be the boring answer, but I think it is the canon one, says Toasted. Okay. Unnamed, can you tell us which ending is canon or
no? Just in case as well, anyone doesn't know, and I definitely didn't forget. Remind me, let's go over all the endings again. Real quick. So,
okay.
What are all the endings of FNAF World? There is the Scott ending. That is one of them.
Number 1, Scott ending. Clock ending. Number 2.
Clock ending is number 2.
Number 3, is that a separate one?
The
Fredbear Crash, ending. Okay.
So 4, or is there a 4th ending?
Is the 4th one the angel or person holding kids, or is that a part of the clock ending?
It pops up after you fall through the lake. But there is one of the endings where you don't fall through the lake, but you go to the lake. And speak to Old Man Consequences.
Oh, okay. So would those be 2 separate endings? Old Man Consequences ending, and then...
Yes, there's 2 separate, an Old Man Consequences ending. TV ending.
That's a good
which is the clock ending.
Okay.
And then the Fredbear glitch ending. There's at least 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, I'd say like 4 or 5. 6,
actually, why don't we just pull it up on the wiki?
That's what I was looking at now. Just on my phone quickly, just because I suck at typing on my keyboard. It's true. You're gonna see me spell everything wrong. What the wiki says, which clock ending, as we know, the Chipper's Revenge ending.
Yep.
Also one. The universe ending, where you do the 2 Fredbears. The drowning ending, where you do go in the lake and then find the TV one. And then the ending where you talk to Old Man Consequences. And then the Scott Cawthon ending, and then the normal ending when you just beat the game. And I think, what is it?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 endings. Oh, and Chica's Magic Rainbow ending.
Yes.
8 endings. Dang it. 8 endings.
8 endings for this one game.
It's a lot, and it's funny how Old Man Consequences has 2, where it's like a branch-off ending.
Yes.
For me, it's the clock ending or it's the TV ending. Those are the most interesting to me. It's one of those 2.
And which one is the clock ending? Here it is.
Clock ending, Sky. Okay. Chica, yeah, I totally forgot about Chica's magic rainbow ending. The evil rainbow. I always forget there's 2 endings for OMC. Yeah.
It might be
that's
good.
crazy. I totally forgot there are 2 routes as well.
It might be good to pull up the clock ending so everybody can see it, like if we think that is canon.
Well, this is the clock ending cutscenes in minigame. So, what do you guys want to watch that really quick?
Yeah, we might just finish it just to go over it all, maybe.
So so we had the intro obviously where we still have some things to discuss. So we still have to talk about what was the bad thing that happened. And how that resulted in them. We'll talk about that after we watch this. But obviously we have all the other cutscenes or the voice lines we'll also watch, and this is you setting up the mini games for Happiest Day.
Yes.
So then the ending. Here we go. This is the clock ending, everyone. TV ending is beautiful, absolutely. Especially if that is like a Scott and his kids. I also think that's beautiful. I don't know. I think that's cool. But if it is William and his 2 kids, I don't know. Or he has 3, but you know what I mean. I love the ending. I don't know if it's canon or not, but I love the ending. I just want to make a theory about it now. I don't know. Theory coming next week. Probably not, but
it's just a theory.
Okay, theory.
For you.
Interesting.
You put them all here, you have to find them.
Rest. The end. Dang.
Don't get that too often in a FNAF ending.
No, definitely not. No. Interesting. Wow. TV ending gives me the Ruin Brazil ending. Oh yeah, that ending is so sad. That ending is sad. Imagine that's the canon one, and that's like just the ending for Cassie. And then we just move on to another one. That ending is so sad. I agree. It does interest me a lot that getting the OMC ending in UCN gives you the trophy for the OMC endings in FNAF World. Really? I remember, yeah. I remember hearing about that. Yeah, okay. That is interesting. Definitely connected, right? What if agony is represented as... Oh, wow, I need new glasses. I cannot read. 1 second. Okay, bring this closer to me. What if agony is represented as the bosses in World, and we play as everyone who William/Fazbear Entertainment hurts? They have to defeat the past so they can move on. I like that a lot, and that kind of reminds me of Help Wanted 2, kind of moving on from the past and accepting your past to move on. And putting back together is the MCI kids, bite victims, or even more, remembering who they are, where Charlie and Cassidy cannot move on because they were too young to remember who they were. Ooh. And they get more powerful because they cannot move on. And heck, let's say David Murray even cannot move on, and he is, once again, the one he should not have killed. The bad thing is that happened is the death of David Murray. Ooh, David Murray. Okay. Scott and his kids, or just Michael hugging Elizabeth. I like both those, but especially Michael hugging Elizabeth and crying child. I watched that theory. Thank you. Maybe more. Have you talked about how the FNAF World, the drowning ending, drops you in front of the color changing square with something in front of it? The sequence is called Happiest Day. Briefly, we're gonna talk about it. I'll pull it up in a second because that one is crazy interesting. So we will talk about that. Don't worry. But for the clock ending, what do we think? Canon, probably. But in terms of the voice lines, right? Yeah, VAR is this one a candy one? Canon one? Canon one? I've been thinking
candy ending.
I've been thinking of candy clearly.
I don't know. It really depends on where FNAF World is in the timeline, too.
That's also a tricky one. Like, do you think it's just like some
asking
out of time
the right
one?
question?
Yes. I also think that one matters for even the TV ending, because if it is obviously later in the timeline, then it could be Michael. Where after FNAF 6 even, Michael and his 2 siblings that obviously went through a lot. But if it's before, then it could be something else. But I do like that, yeah. Do you still believe that we're your friends? Oh, this is obviously crying child imagery. That's why I'm like, it's being said to him, right? The pieces are in place for you. This is definitely talking about Happiest Day and FNAF 3. Rest. All you have to do is find them. That's also why I think it makes sense people say like FNAF 4 box is related to Happiest Day. It's the pieces put together. Makes sense. It does. I think FNAF World is in the middle of the FNAF multiverse. Ooh, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, it's followed up in FNAF 3 and explains where Suddenly Happy stay for the crying child. That is true. I agree. 87 people watching this and 6 likes. The likes might be behind. I think on mine. I don't know what it's on mine. But 87 people was watching is crazy. By the way, thank you guys so much for 88 people. 91 it says on mine. Oh, I think it says 27 likes, which is I appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys. Yeah. Appreciate everyone here. Yes, if you can, leave a like. Appreciate it a lot. But if not, it's okay. Appreciate you guys watching anyways. Yeah.
My bad, I haven't liked it yet. I usually do.
No, I'm kidding. It's Trisha and the kid she is babysitting, says Omnisoap. I totally forgot about Trisha. I was thinking about that name earlier. Welcome, Omnisoap, by the way. I was thinking about the name. I was like, what was the name of the babysitter? Is that Miss Afton? Welcome.
It sure is
hello,
odd that she's a named character.
It is. Welcome. How's the night? Everything good so far? Talking about FNAF World a lot today. Appreciate you being here and welcome. Yeah, everything good so far. Kinda. We're talking about it still. Unnamed. Is there anything you can tell us about this ending before we look at the TV ending?
It sure is an ending.
It's an ending. It's the ending of the endings.
Clock ending is the canon ending. Final answer. I'm not telling you why.
Okay.
This is the canon ending, though.
That's
in my opinion.
That's fair. Okay. I agree. Unless, let me look at this TV ending first, and you never know. Secret Amendment just has a bunch of random name characters. That's also fair. Bite Victim is the receiver in FNAF 3's Happiest Day Party. Cassidy is the spirit who chases William into getting screen locked and Follow Me. He skips the party because he's not interested in moving on himself. I agree with that a lot. Basically, entirely, I agree with that. Or
you're mostly there, yeah. But the core of what you're saying, yes.
Perfect. 1 week before FNAF becomes 12. Yes, that's crazy. Wow. Holy moly. I still remember the FNAF 2 teaser, I think was when I was first introduced to this game.
I remember when the first game came out and we were waiting on the second. And again, my Lord, my first car, because I knew it had to be back then because it was my very first car. It was the 89 Buick LeSabre. I made it look like the... what is it? Purple guy car.
That is sick. That is so cool.
Yes, I edited it purple because it looked like a classic 80s car.
That is so cool.
And it's like I do not have the picture anymore, unfortunately. Because I was on my old computer, and I know it had to be one of the earlier games because that was my very first car. What is it? I think I had it. Was it after I came back? I don't know. This had to be between 2009 and 2014, 15 at the latest.
Okay.
So it was a while ago.
Wow, that is really cool though. The fact that that's so cool. We need
to show you how long I've been following FNAF.
Right, yeah, it's cool. It's crazy to see how much they've or this franchise changed. I wish we got more teasers like we did back then. That'd be cool if they did that for this anniversary. But in general, yeah, what a crazy journey with FNAF. Can't believe it's advanced so much. Var, were you introduced with the first FNAF game?
Yeah. I had to play it on a really, really low quality laptop, so it would it'd be 4 frames at a time, so I'd have to hit an arrow key. And because I didn't have a mouse back then either, I was just using the keyboard that it had on there.
Oh, man.
And it was it would just freeze for 5 seconds. So I never got past night 2, but it was fun.
Right, yeah, you knew it, yeah. Right,
I remember watching the very first Living Tombstone song and watching the big boys that were still the smaller boys back then with their FNAF vids and stuff and trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Dang. That is, I remember also watching, basically everything I could on it.
I'll be right back.
You're good. And on that, it's just so fun and crazy to me that there's enough inertia behind FNAF still, even all these years later, to where the three of us, we've not been theorizing for years and years. I think we're all fairly new to this, but there's still enough inertia behind this to where more small theorists like us who are willing to go over these wacky ideas are able to gain traction, I guess. That's just so cool to me that there's enough thirst for any kind of like lore for people to like try to find it anywhere, or like
I agree.
have like goobers like us point out things others might not have considered before.
Yeah, no, I agree. It makes me really happy, that we can talk about this, like you said, years later. And I hope it can be like that. I don't even need to do this as a career in some sense. I just hope I can do this forever. I hope FNAF can last a long. I hope I can show my kids one day FNAF is honestly the end game. If I can get them in FNAF, that'd be great.
I would agree. Like, just for like how good of a story this is. Like, even if you we only can get like 30% concretely on what's actually happening here. Like, the core nuggets of the story, like of even like the original Scott games, are like a good enough story on their own. Like, yeah, I would love to like pass it down. Like, it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
Or at least, and like that is the problem too, because it's like, God, even saying that is rough, because I immediately remind myself, like, I think FNAF is a very specific type of story. It's a story that's been like a literary trope for a while, but like it is a good one to go over. But of like,
I'm back.
Welcome back.
You're back. Like, you break a few eggs to have to break a few eggs to make an omelet, and then like is it worth it? Like just like the story of like I said it a while ago, like, just so I don't spoil anything. Like, I think like someone asked me forever ago like what I think like the theme of FNAF is, and it's like tragedy. It's like tragedy and how people cope with it or lack thereof, right? Multiple characters.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, not just him, right? Multiple characters over in like in this series have like they've experienced tragedy and they've just not coped with it right. And like, look at the consequences of each of these characters not dealing with tragedy.
Yeah.
That's my crazy take, though. That's what I think FNAF is as a core story idea.
I agree, and I love the fact that we're going back to tragedy with Secret of the Mimic. I will say that. Friendship, CK says. Yeah. I love that as well. Train Kid. Yeah, FNAF is still alive. I've been doing almost 12 years. Yeah. 12 years. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, the fact that it's kept the momentum and growing. Wow, I love the fact that there are new fans. Yeah, I love the fact that they're new fans. It makes me sad when people are like, oh, you're not an OG. Like, no. FNAF is for everyone, I love the fact that new people can enjoy it and continue to. Yeah, I've been following FNAF since 2014, but I only really became part of the community relatively recent, 2023. Yeah, me too. I think my first FNAF video was, actually, no, maybe 2022. I did like an Easter egg video, just randomly, because I only talked about, for the OGs, which I don't think anyone is here, which is okay, it's okay. I never, because at that point I only had like 100, I don't know how many subscribers. But my point is, I only did, movie reviews? I talked a lot about Spider-Man. For those who maybe know, I only did movie reviews. I never did FNAF. Never planned to. But then randomly, I saw a YouTube video about some Easter eggs that I really liked, and I was like, oh, I want to talk about it. Talk about my favorite Easter eggs. Haven't stopped then. So, yeah, I've only talked about it for, 3 years now? 3-4 years? Which is still a lot. But saw your video on YouTube of you refixing the FNAF game. Ooh, thank you. I hope you liked it. Second one is coming eventually. I don't have a release date at all. But expect these two voice acting it 100%. Michael and phone guy, just saying. Just saying, it'll come out eventually. I will watch FNAF theory videos every day and never get tired of it. Me too. Even now when there's a bit of a drought in terms of FNAF news, I still love watching theories or anything like that. My biggest theory right now is where Troy's mom in FNAF 2 movie. That's a good point. Even in the games, I don't know where that character necessarily is. Let's see. Outside of Theorizing, the common story beats are enough to get a satisfying expansion. Yep, I agree. Most of the time. I think we're going to have problems whenever Scott dies. Oh, no. And hopefully never. And this open interpretation war forever. It always was. I think the story about doing the right thing. I also like that. Bronze Films, this is utterly off topic, but how did you become a big YouTuber? Oh, like you are now. How long did it take? Thank you. Big YouTuber.
A lot of grinding.
I don't know. I think I don't know if I consider myself still a big YouTuber. I don't know. I appreciate a lot the fact that there's a community, and I don't think, however big the community grows, I don't know if I can ever consider myself that. It just takes, I don't know, a big YouTuber. I just love the fact that I can have a community to talk about things with, you know? The fact that there are 97 people here, there was 100 at one point, you know, talking about FNAF is insane to me. I
Oh, we're
love
back
it.
to 100.
Oh, there you go. Thank you guys. I love that a lot, you know? So, you know, I guess what I will say is, for me, what it was, just keep theorizing, keep talking, don't stop, you know, no matter who tries to tell you, know, because there are sometimes not the nicest people when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's, which is fine, you know, there's nothing, you can't control it sometimes, right? So what I will say is just keep talking, you know, if you know, I also saw Mr. 3D saying that hopefully you can do YouTube one day. Just keep talking about it, you know, just keep making those FNAF theories. Recently I did one on Burn Trap ending being canon, people hated it, it's okay, just keep talking about it, don't let anyone kind of bring you down with your thoughts or anything like that. You know, just keep talking about FNAF. Make videos as often as you can, and try to grow a community, which is something I'm so happy I have done. Thank you guys. We're almost at 20,000. I can't believe we're almost at 20,000 subscribers. That's insane. Yeah, I never thought I'd make it that far.
Oh, you go sub, get them over the goal. But
we're almost there. Yeah, and it's up to these guys, by the way.
Like that's the fun part I have too, right? Like, even like I've said this at least about myself multiple times. Like, I would hope others could view it this way too, but like, even if everything I ever put out is wrong, right? Like, do you know how honored I would be if like Scott himself came out and say, yeah, oh yeah, this guy, like, all of his stuff is not canon. Like, that whole like shattering stuff, nah, we can't use it. Like, look at how much I've helped. We know shattering isn't good. Like, you see what I'm talking? Like,
right, the end game is Scott Cawthon knowing you.
Right, like, don't get mad if like someone doesn't like your theory, or even the community in general doesn't, because like, look at how much you've helped still. Like, if we've looked at what you've had to say and like, oh yeah, no, we've considered this and no, like, that we don't think this can be the case. Well, look, that's one more thing we can check off the list. Yeah. Right? That eventually it'll narrow down more and more and more and more and more until there's only like a handful of things that it could actually be with what's going on, right? And look, you've helped contribute to that now. So like, that's how I feel. Like, again, I put out wacky ideas, but it's like, if it's not right, you know, awesome. I've helped narrow it down, if nothing else. I guess I have to just try to make sure that it's not questions no one is asking. But yeah, you know, I do this just because it's fun, you know. Mm-hmm. Like that, like Braun said, like, I hope I can do this for like years to come.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I've had so much fun just kind of like I was just a viewer on streams like this, just like you guys are now, like, for years. But it's just like, you know, screaming into the void only worked so much, and it's like, I have to actually start making content now, because like, I need to like get my discombobulated thoughts into something. And it's like, it's so crazy too when it's like, you know, you talk about your first vid, mine was still, I'm never gonna live it down, like, William Afton is Edwin. Like, you know, like, how much you grow as a theorist in like just a little bit of time is also crazy.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I'm just so excited to see like how far we can go with this and like where it goes. Like, it's so fun, like, to just talk with, like, not just Bronze and V, although it is, but like all of you guys as well, and to hear your thoughts. Like all of us as a collective are just really good at like pointing out things that like the other might not have thought of, and like that's helped me so much with getting this thing done. So like, yeah, in a roundabout way, it's almost like you all helped me write this thing, but you may or may not want to take credit for that once it's actually out. But yeah, no, like, I have a blast doing this, and I'm sure these guys do too.
Far, you have fun, I hope, for the most part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's fun, guys. Like, you know, I think sometimes people take it too seriously. You know, I think I love the passion. I think that's what I always want to say. I want to try to find the best in, you know, people, especially when it comes to something where they're maybe being, you know, not the kindest people when it comes to FNAF. I always want to say, oh, maybe they're just passionate about it. They really, you know. But obviously, really, I don't think people should be mean about things, you know, because it makes me sad when people try to put theories on Reddit or like X and they just get destroyed for absolutely no reason. Well, that's the point. We're supposed to talk about it, right? So for me, that's why I stay off of those. Also, if you're doing YouTube, which I'm wishing you the best of luck, it's Tipier or anyone else who wants to try it, because I say go for it. You have nothing to lose, besides regret. That's the only thing you're gonna get from not doing YouTube. It's just regret. Maybe you'll say, oh, maybe I should have done. Just try it. Why not? And if you get hate, tell me and I'll be there to defend you, because I promise there's no reason to. And yeah, it's just fun. There's so much, especially now with all these games. It's just so fun to talk about everything. And I'll be honest, I don't know what my first theory was off the top of my head. Probably something crazy about the Mimic, or maybe it was about Burn Trap. I can't stop talking about Burn Trap. So I'm always gonna talk about that. So yeah, I hope everyone can theorize or still kind of talk about it, and don't ever stop talking about it. Say what's on your mind. Don't let anyone who's a hard believer in a certain theory kind of dismiss your thoughts or anything like that. In my experience, I think this goes for a lot of other games. I'm making a project I mostly frowned upon, a part of Fortnite's story. Ooh, but no matter what people say, I'm still, yes, absolutely. Fortnite also has a great story you could talk about. So yes, just keep going, 100%. Theorizing sounds hard. It can be. I think Unnamed and VAR also can, attest to that. I think it's the evidence from other games. You have an idea, you have to make it fit as best as you can. CK says, my first theory, FNAF Lore is a nightmare in the mind of William Afton. He is suffering night after night after night in the safe room between Follow Me and FNAF 1. Ooh, that's a great first theory. I love that. That's nice. I still believe it's too. That is really cool. I like that a lot. You do hear the phone calls. I still think Trisha's Miss Afton. I can see it. And I think name drops are important. But at the same time, you can kind of what Toast said. They do give some names. But this one felt specific because it was in a voice line. So you never know. MatPat said something about how theorizing is like writing fan fiction. So I guess take that as you will. That's honestly exactly what it is. Honestly, kind of what Unnamed is doing is creating like his own narrative. Do people know? I'm sorry if I spoiled that. I'm sorry if I'm giving away a lot. I'll try not to.
No, you're good. I've said that before.
Okay, good. I was like, oh my god, did he say that? Well, Unnamed's creating a really great Unnamed is creating Unnamed. No. He's creating a very, very cool and immersive, I'd say, narrative experience, and he's read us some parts, which are really cool, so I hope you guys are excited for that. I'm anxious about recording my voice. There's something directly above me. Oh, there's someone directly above me. I get it. For me, yeah, me too, for the first time, because, it's
oh my God.
You never want to try to be awkward or things like that, right? But I remember the first time I was scared someone would hear me, and I was just like, don't listen to what I'm doing, I get it.
Not so much that for me, but just more like God getting used to like forcing like a speaking voice when like no one else is there, and like you're just talking into like a microphone, and it's like it's so weird to make it sound natural, but it's like I just kind of like play pretend, and it like just think like one of you guys are there, and I'm like trying to explain my crazy like just like now, right? Like that's kind of like how I like to do videos. All this one will be more like me reading from like a storybook almost.
Yeah, and you have a great reading voice, by the way. Just one point. Same with VAR. I think VAR and Unnamed have great like voices, and where they're recording. For me, it took me a while. I think I sounded so. I didn't like my voice in the first couple of videos where it took me so long to figure out a good like speaking voice, where I was almost putting on a voice or different voice or persona, whatever you want to call it. But now I think I do better where just talk casually as best as you can. I forgot who said this. This really big YouTuber just said just try to laugh as much as you can before recording it. Just try to get yourself comfortable, and then just pretend you're talking to someone. I always pretend I'm talking to these guys or my girlfriend because she hears me yap about this all the time. Which thank you, I appreciate that. I would love to do FNAF theories on YouTube, but that's not really my main love. I love voice acting. Like one day I want to become. Ooh, nice. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, you can always just just post different clips of you doing voiceover for different, like you said, projects like Invincible or FNAF. I think it's great. So yeah, I'm wishing best with that. I just think doing what you love on YouTube is the best thing you can do. Eventually, you'll find a community like Bronze and Unnamed and VAR have. Thank you, and I agree. Yeah, that's definitely where it starts from. I think the intention behind you starting is just. I think it should be something almost lighthearted, where just fun, and just do it for the love. Absolutely. Try also not to get caught up in analytics, the views, the algorithm, although in some sense it matters, especially if you want to grow and who doesn't.
I don't really look at mine.
Right, yeah, in some sense, just try to, I think at one point maybe I would focus on it too much, just try not to, and again, it's for the love, and I think I always find those videos for the love do better, like the one where, even recently where I just did the FNAF, reimagined rework, like that one did really well, which I appreciate everyone who watched that one, who supported that one. It's just for the love. Go hand in hand. My first FNAF theory was a bit long. That's fair. I feel like there's so much to talk about. Apparently, my first video is about Devin Blaine Mark's role in the games. I don't remember what that even was. What could I have possibly talked about when it comes to Devin? That is interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's funny looking back. Like, that was a comment, your earlier comment, where like looking at the first theory. Like, I agree. It's just funny looking back at it because I feel like I disagree with myself entirely with my first theory. So, a theory Blackfoot Ferret had thoughts on Jeremy Fitzgerald in FNAF 4 is happening in a computer. Ooh. I like FNAF 4 theories. I forgot one I heard. I like that a lot, by the way. But I heard one. I think it was on Rytos' channel, but he was reading someone else's theory, so I can't remember their name off the top of my head. Where it was the FNAF 4 nightmares are kind of what CK said in FNAF 1 happening in between nights, which I also really like. Not necessarily having to put the gameplay in the timeline. I like that as well. It could happen whenever. But we know the mini games are 83. Yeah, the William theory is my first theory. I don't know where to post it, so I want to get offers or others too. Sorry, can't read apparently, so I want to get others too. Yeah, I mean, just I think posting it here would be great, or wherever you can. And yeah, I mean, I love any theories and I love watching them. So if you do, let me know. I'll check it out. Yeah, great conversations. I totally forgot what we're talking about. Sorry, I got so yeah. But everyone do YouTube, or not YouTube necessarily, but just if you don't want to, just talk about FNAF. I love it. It's great. Us three talked about it. It's crazy that I met these guys from FNAF. Like another thing, you kind of meet your people or community, which is great.
Well, yeah, and I love that, like, when like you can build a community with like smaller goobers like us, because like we can like directly speak to like our communities like so much easier. And like we can address like most of their questions like pretty regular, and you've been very good about doing that from like all your streams. Like that's just so hard to get, and I mean I get it, right? Like once you're like so big and like so many comments, it gets a little impossible to like respond to everybody, right? But like it's cool we're at that like just like chill, like it's just us and like a little community thing still at this point, I don't know. Right. It just seems we're about perfect, basically.
I would agree. Yeah, it's so much more fun talking, especially with like these guys. I love them because I don't like doing streams alone. I haven't done one in forever, and I won't for a while. Not unless I actually have to, and they're not available, and I have to because I haven't streamed forever. But I love talking, with them because it's great, just great back and forth conversations. And then with the community, I think I'm just very lucky that everyone's here and just talking about it. I think it's great. But sorry about that, CK. I think you're right. I think it was follow me and then William. Sorry, but the other one was FNAF 1. My passion is in video games development. Nice, yes, with the Chica Secret Party. Great, by the way. Doing YouTube is just sometime that kind of randomly happens, I guess, LOL. I just like playing and talking about FNAF, and that's somehow turned into a channel. Well, that's great. I think that's great. Yeah, I also think it's funny where it just like randomly happens where you just start making videos or talking about it, But I do think FNAF 4, says CK, is after FNAF 1 and before FNAF 3. Like, the whole time it's what William is experiencing in the safe room is his torture coma or whatever. I like this nightmare theory. Ooh. I like that too. I mean, it explains a lot. Big enough to always have people in and make an income, but small enough to be able to engage with everyone. The perfect community size balance. Yeah, I mean, it's very lucky right now, and I hope it never stops. Personally, I just love talking to you guys. 10 years down the line, I hope to see everyone here.
Hopefully they can keep it going another 10 years. But I mean, with how
definitely.
Well, yeah, like I'm not I wasn't disappointed by Secret of the Mimic. Like, I've said it multiple times, like, even, like, on the first streams I did about it, like, I get the sense that Secret of the Mimic is, like, the start of a new arc. Like, we're still in the same era, if that makes sense. And again, this is the crazy, insane way I, like, categorize these games in my brain. Like, there's the Scott era, there's the Steel Wool era, and then even within those era, there's arcs, right? Like, there's Arc 1 where it's like, first 3 games of the Scott era, and then Arc 2 is like 4 forward in my mind, right? Like when Scott solidified the story a lot more. And then there's the Steel Wool era, and it's like the first arc is like Help Wanted 1 all the way up into Help Wanted 2. Is that where the last one? No. Was it? Help Wanted 2 is after Ruin, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so from Help Wanted 1 to Help Wanted 2, everything in between there is the first arc of the Steel Wool era. And then now I think with Secret of the Mimic, we're moving into another arc in the Steel Wool era. This is me being insane, but that's the vibe I get.
Yeah.
Well, just because of like how many answers did we get in Secret of the Mimic versus like new questions asked, right? It feels like setup to me.
Yeah.
Like things aren't paid off yet. Is just the vibe I get. But, you know, I'm crazy, so don't listen to me.
No, I like that, and I personally just want another arc because that means more games, and I like the idea of focusing on something else. So I hope it happens. Yeah, it has to happen. Really quick though, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go feed my cat because he's hungry.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll be right back. And these guys will keep you entertained, and then we can watch the TV ending and respond to more chat. So I'll be right back, everyone.
Perfect.
Sweet.
I don't know. V. What do you think? Can we keep them entertained?
We gotta try, or else the numbers are gonna be dropping fast.
Yep. Yeah, the B team here. Are you not entertained? Okay. Let's keep reading chat to keep the thing. Yeah, the nightmare ends because the Fazbear's Fried team go and wake Springtrap up and release a priest takes away. Oh yeah, Room 1280. Also, yeah, that is one of the stories I choose to think matters from the books. Oh god. Conditional loop is stopped. I don't know, V. What do you think? Like, well, we've got the floor here a little bit. Do you have any thoughts? I guess of like my crazy like how I break it down thing. I guess.
Huh?
Not on the dance floor, but like with like the eras and like arcs and everything. I mean, I can, but
they're like obviously all connected, but it seems like there's up to Ultimate Custom Night, and then we go into Help Wanted to.
Yes.
Oh, I guess you're thinking more like, is the Secret of the Mimic a new arc? I don't.
Yes.
I kind of agree with it. I think they're setting up a lot of new things, but I think Security Breach was supposed to be where they were setting a lot of those things up. Like, technically, you could say Help Wanted, but like, I feel like the payoff was supposed to be like. I guess it almost does feel like Secret of the Mimic is kind of its own, but it feels like it's going to tie very heavily into whatever's next with Cassie, I guess is what I mean. So like,
yes,
it's kind of like 2.5 arcs if I had to say it, I guess.
Well, and maybe one of them's just like dragged out, maybe. But
I think it's just partially that Security Breach wasn't exactly the story Scott wanted to tell.
Right, and he had to like, Ruin very well might have been like a pivot to like clarify things, and it wasn't originally planned. However, I do think whatever's coming next has been planned for a while. Like bare minimum, we know like even back, what is it, the second, was it John or Daco interview? One of the two. Where Scott was saying like, oh yeah, there's this new game coming up, but I can't say anything about it. But even there's a game being planned beyond that one. And he said this, what, at the 10th anniversary 2 years ago?
Yeah,
like
and that was like when we were getting the Secret of the Mimic announcement stuff. So that was like,
so whatever they've been cooking on with this next main line, they've bare minimum had it at least conceptually for, again, at least 2 years, if not earlier, that Scott's had been working on this thing.
Because Secret of the Mimic had already been announced, like,
yes,
the year before, I think, right?
Talking about yes.
Yeah, so it was for sure a totally different game that's been being worked on.
Yeah, the one
for
beyond
at least a few years.
But he can't say literally anything about it. Blah blah blah. That was 2 years ago. So yeah, and again, that's when he was publicly willing to announce that, right, for the anniversary. Yeah. So God knows, he might have been working on it for 2 years even before that. We don't know, right? We don't know what time frame Scott operates on. And that's why I'm really excited, because it also ties to like what J-Top said in one of those interviews too, about how like we have a full studio of people employed working like daily on something. That should tell you that what we're doing, right? Like,
and the fact that like they weren't really the ones doing a lot of the work for the VR mode puts even more emphasis on that, like that they were already working on something.
Yeah, that they were out, because didn't they outsource the VR mode of Secret of the Mimic to a third party?
Supposedly, yeah. So,
which is kind of bananas, because didn't they get started as a VR company, and that's kind of their strong suit? So it's like, that makes me wonder,
crazy.
wait a minute, why does the VR company need to third-party a VR mode to someone else? It methinks they might be working on something
Yeah, like
else.
they have to have been cooking on that game, or else the new Unreal Engine, or what is it, Unreal Engine, or is it
Hello,
Unity? I
everyone.
always
I'm
get them
back.
mixed
Sorry.
up. Okay, welcome back.
Thank you.
Hello.
Here's my cat on screen for
Yeah.
Toasted. Here's my buddy.
Hello.
Here's my cat, everyone. I put it. Sorry, I totally like just blasted him like the corner of his ear because I didn't. I always like hate that you put an OBS and it makes the image huge. But here's my cat. Here's the car. Here is everyone. He's gonna be there for a bit now. But sorry, what were we talking about? Sorry, go ahead, guys.
Just
Thank
the
you, Toasted,
other
thank
game
you.
that's got mentioned in the 2024 interview with
Ooh,
Doc.
right. That is definitely
Yeah,
this one.
Jennifer's
No
week.
way. No
But
way.
he
It
was
is not
very
this week.
hush.
Right. Yeah, it has to be this week, right? I'm so hopeful. Like genuinely, in my mind, it's almost confirmed. I did see that. So yes, I saw Ryza left. I was like, you know what? Now I gotta go get a good pic of my cat. So
Well, and
everyone
that's
can see
just like, we were so stoked for that because that was for the 10th anniversary 2 years ago, and that's just when Scott was publicly willing to announce it. So he might have been working on it for years before. So
Exactly,
who
right?
knows how long he's been writing this next main line?
I think they're ready
Which is why,
for
like,
summer release. Honestly,
yeah, that is why I think like we might get something announced here on the, what is it, the 7th or 8th? What is it?
the 8th, yeah.
Yeah, the 8th. Yeah, in like a week's time, I'm very confident we're getting something, and like it's either gonna be like Fall Fest or, well, no, Fall Fest will be, no, like, because he already said it's gonna be a 2, so no, it'll probably be like Security Breach 2 Mindbreak is what I'm guessing.
Water mine
Something
break.
like
I
that.
agree.
But honestly, like, I'm kind of up for anything at this point, just because like we're just kind of starved of like, it's hard to say that, right? Well, oh, you're starved of content. Like, what do you mean? You just got Secret of the Mimic. Well, it's like, it didn't really answer anything.
Yeah. No, I think at least for an announcement, I think is what I'm looking for. So I agree. But
Right.
sorry, this comment was funny. For a second, I thought that picture of your cat was a video feed, and he was holding really still.
Yeah.
He does not hold still. Unfortunately, it took me a while to get that photo. But if I ever do a face reveal, we're totally gonna have a cat cam, 100%, and he's just gonna be in the corner or something, and you're gonna see him there. Yeah. Let's see. Also, yeah, Steve will work in Unreal Engine. Hope wanted Secret of the Mimic are UE4, but they've hired people recently to work on UE5. So the next game is
Oh yeah, that job
that's
ad
true.
in
Yeah.
September of 25.
That's makes me excited. Sorry, because that engine obviously is insane, and couldn't kind of told me there that this game is gonna be huge, right? That a lot is at least happening, which gets me excited. Geek Foxy, this is my second channel. I didn't know why I have it. Oh, hello, it's Tip here on Geek Foxy. Nice. And Bronze, you low-key inspired me to upload the video on this one. Nice. What? I didn't want to do it on my main. I don't know why. What? That is great, though. I think the fact that it is just uploaded anyways, I think that is great. Nice. I will totally check that out. And everyone, if you'd like, of course, please go check it out as well. I think that's great. I am clinically insane FNAF theories. There you go. Everyone go check it out. Please. That's great. I think that's great. And yeah, keep uploading, keep making videos. It's fun, and I hope you have fun as well. So everyone go check it out if you have the time. Thank you. Nice. Everything FNAF inspires me so much. Insane story. I agree. I think, yeah, FNAF in general, huge part in my life in that sense, right? Where it's just always been there, so I agree. Scott Cawthon was an inspiration for me, or for so many people, including me, same. And to think he was uphill FNAF working at a Dollar General. Yeah, it is crazy, and especially the fact that was like from a review, that kind of from his other game, calling it like
this chipper and said they look
like
old animatronics.
Exactly. I think that is great, and it obviously
he's like, maybe I can lean into this.
Right, and I hope Scott knows that, how much he's, really does impact his community. I hope he knows that. Thank you, Brown means though. No, of course, and I appreciate you just uploading it again. Keep doing it. It's fun. It is fun. VAR and a name, no. So yeah, of course, and congrats for the first upload. You'll look back at it and maybe disagree. Maybe you'll agree. I feel like me unnamed and VAR maybe disagree. VAR, do you remember your first theory?
I had a Glamrock Bonnie video I did like a long time ago, but
Ooh.
I made a lot of videos like before FNAF, so I don't know if that matters or not. But I really didn't start doing like theory videos until Security Breach had come out, and I was really interested in it once Ruin came out because the whole Glamrock Bonnie thing got me really intrigued.
Nice. Would you agree with that theory, or what you kind of know about it now?
Not at all.
Oh dang! There you go. You see, so it might happen.
Yeah,
it might happen.
I'm the same. I don't agree with my first video either.
Right, I don't like looking back at my other ones. One for just my voice, and then just my ideas. I don't know what I was cooking. But in my defense, it was before Ruin, so you know. Those
in my defense, Edwin clearly has a purple bow tie.
Yes, that I also get. That one is hard to. Yeah, I mean, come on, the purple bow tie. But yeah, are you guys ready for this TV ending? I am excited.
Oh boy,
personally.
Let's see it.
Let's see it. I might have to get that second monitor back. I do feel bad. Everyone just seeing my OBS and so unprofessional. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. This one. Okay, here we go. This is the TV ending for FNAF World, and yeah, we'll get our thoughts soon after. Here we go. It's taking a while. Sorry, guys. Here we go. This also takes a while, sorry.
I'm curious what's happening right here.
Oh, that's a good point, right? Like, is this a transition of some sorts?
Based off of what we just saw. Who do you think this is?
Where does the water
might
lead
be the
to?
Better question.
I'm still torn on Crying Child or Charlie. Oh, wow, imagine this video is just glitched. And
because, like, does Old Man Consequences say anything to you in this ending?
I think he does. We can look back and see what he says.
Because I can't remember if he does or not.
Did the
I know one of them
not cut out the 5 minutes. Oh my god, it's 5 minutes. Whoops. Here we go. You know, we almost sat there for 2 minutes. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. I did not know it was that long.
Scout really wanted to emphasize those.
Okay.
That they're stuck in like some endless loop at this point.
Okay. Could be Shadow Freddy.
Loop theory.
Loop theory. Oh, here we go.
Like, and then we go to this.
Wow.
A bunch of colors.
Very cool, right? The colors could be its own thing, and then obviously
in front of a screen.
This, yeah. Wow. And that goes on for a bit, so we'll pause it at red, I hope. If I can get it to red, just because I like red. That works as well, purple. Yes, this is great ending, cool. So, okay, first thing first. Do we all agree it's a TV ending, or something else? Or, sorry, a TV? Do we all agree it's a TV?
No, they're talking to F10. I don't know.
Oh, no, the F10 4 colors.
No.
F10 just giving everyone seizures.
Right. Yeah, it's probably a TV. It's a big TV, but
it's a big TV, but it's a big, yeah. I agree. VAR.
They're at the theater.
Or the theater. They're in a theater alone, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, it seems like it's just like a screen flashing like images, like how if you're like in another room and it's dark, you just kind of see all the different colors flashing. But it's weird. Like, who are these people?
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Well, also, do you guys think it's people, right? Like, an older person with 2 younger people, probably? What if it's just...
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't know, I forgot who or where I saw, but like an angel, which I kind of see. The person
they're like leaning into the person, like they're very comfortable.
Right, yeah, it looks like, yes, someone has their arm over 2 people, yes. And so, okay, perfect, we all agree. So then is this Mr. Scott Cawthon with his children? Is this William with his children? Or is this Michael with his 2 younger siblings? I think are the most popular choices. What do you guys think?
I think in a meta sense, you can say it's Scott and his kids, but like in universe, I do think this is Michael and Elizabeth and the Crying Child. However, I don't think this is canon.
That's fair. But as an ending, like almost like the Brazil ending, I think it's just so cool to look at, and I agree with both of those.
This could have happened.
Yeah, because meta, reasoning. I think it's cool to see Scott with this show, almost appreciating what the franchise was at that point, which was a lot, and kind of sharing that experience with his kids, because I know both his kids helped a lot with the process. Like they were the game testers, which is really cool. I love that, and I hope they're still involved. So I think that's cool. I think that in the meta sense works. And then also I lean towards more it's Michael with Elizabeth and Crying Child after they've in a sense been freed and kind of can embrace each other and just move on,
like share a moment before.
Exactly. Yeah. But what they're looking at is interesting. If it's them, like a TV, like are they just like what are they?
Michael's always in front of his TV. Who knows?
Right. Yeah. There you go. I think that's just interesting if it is them. Yeah, William does have 3 kids, so if it is William, that's interesting because then you're kind of saying, why is he not hugging
William
one kid? Does he not love them? Yeah, that's fair. And that in that sense, he's a bit as caring as he will caring. I don't know.
Will cared about 2 of his kids.
Well, and like it was
fair point by Toasted. Sorry, I think it's William plus Michael and Cece. Elizabeth isn't important yet. That's fair because I don't think she's had been introduced at this point. I think this is a bad memory turned into a happy one, like FNAF 3 Happiest Day, being a happy version of FNAF 4's birthday. Ooh.
I guess that's good to point out. When did FNAF World release? Was it before or after 4?
FNAF World was after 4.
Okay.
Before Sister Location. Then we had the Sister Location teaser. It could be Henry and his 2 kids.
After 4, but before Sister Location.
We'll never. Okay. Yep.
I think Scott has more than 3 kids now, but I guess that's not relevant for at the time.
Right. At this point, I don't know how many kids
he had at that time.
Me neither. Let me email him. Let me ask.
It may or may not have been 2.
Just out of curiosity, in 2015, 2016, did you only have 2 children?
No, he at least has the one who's the Cassidy kid. I don't know.
Hello, Omen83-12. Welcome. FNAF World was between 4. Do you see it? SL, yeah.
Oh yeah, that is interesting. So it's after FNAF 4, but before Sister Location. So it's like I guess that's the question. Like, was Elizabeth directly mentioned? No, but there is clearly a sister's room in FNAF 4.
Yes.
One of the many. So we wouldn't know it was Elizabeth was her name specifically, but we would know, or what happened to her. But we do know there is a sister. So maybe we would have been able to partially connect that at the time, but so it might be again a little retroactive storytelling, but that's what I'm going with, in my opinion.
Cool. I mean, yeah, I could see. Yeah, this one's more debatable, especially because I don't think it's canon. Var, you don't either, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think the other ending you guys think is canon either, though.
Ooh, which ending?
Or are both canon?
What actually happens in that ending?
In the clock ending?
Yeah. We're just told to rest.
Yeah. No one necessarily moves on a process.
Yeah, the pieces are in place for you.
But then you're just resting.
Right, why are you able to rest only after setting up the machines?
Does that mean you're coming back later?
Well, I mean, in this, I want to say something to that, but I can't. I stopped myself.
Your journey's not done yet if you're just resting. It reminds me of Princess Quest, where it's I think it's the second one where she was resting, or maybe it's I can't remember. I get all the Princess Quests mixed up, but her journey wasn't done.
That's
it's
fair.
You have to,
yeah, and I see that as well, because that's a good point. Is this resting, like you said, move on, or resting, take a break, wait for your brother to lock in, then you're good to go? That's a good point.
Kind of the same question I have with Secret of the Mimics ending. In the Secret ending, where the Mimic's eyes stop glowing, and it's he's sleeping on his bed, but is he just resting, or is that like some kind of happiest day or something?
Okay.
I mean, given the context clues around it, I know which one I'm going with.
That one I'm not sure. That one I'm still unsure about the ending.
So
Also, which one's
FNAF World
canon.
endings, though, I don't know. For me, this one's like just as likely as the other one because that one doesn't feel conclusive either.
I mean, again, this might be a scenario of like, why do we have to pick? Do both of these conflict with each other?
Well, I guess my other question is, who is the bear that goes into the lake or the pond or whatever it is in this one?
Cassidy.
That's also a fair point.
Oh. Because then this would be Cassidy's memory, not Crying Child's.
Well, granted, they are sharing a body basically as well. Like, and like from what we see in the Stitch Race stories as well, like they can like talk to each other, right? Even though the other, what's his face, not Andrew, the one with him that can't see, like he can talk to him though, right? So it's like, I assume like it maybe something like that, or like maybe this isn't even from Cassidy's perspective, and this is just like us from a medicine, like seeing what's going on. Like I don't know how you would explain it, but like either option works for me. Like, that's just what I wonder. Like, can both of these endings be canon?
I think yes. Not this one. I don't see how it could contradict the other ending because it's not like you're, for example, like taking away the pieces. This is kind of just seeing a memory from, I think, the Crying Child, or if we're playing as Michael, from Michael.
Yeah.
So they definitely could be canon in that sense. Like, why not? Why can't this happen? Or I guess in that sense, like, if you really want to get technical in terms of order, because you'd have to do the clock ending first, and then you kind of just rest, and then is this resting, for example? Is that what this is? Then you could definitely say it, but again, it's up to everyone. Honestly, they all could be, or that, yeah, they all honestly could be canon in their own way.
Can you get multiple endings in the same run, or do you have to do multiple runs to get multiple endings?
Right, I'm not sure.
Well, and I only say that because, like, in the other instance, I do think it happens. In FNAF 3, you have to get the bad ending first before you can even attempt to get the what is
happiest
it?
Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or well, in the other one. What's the other one? There's like 3 at least of FNAF 3.
I thought there was just
I don't know why
2.
Pretty sure there's 3 endings to FNAF 3. Hang on, I don't know why I'm having a brain fart right now.
I guess the newspaper ending, where he's like alive. But
oh yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah.
So this is a good.
I guess
point real quick.
I'll spoil that because I know you guys don't know what to do with it. I don't think Happiest Day is canon.
Oh, because you think it happens in FNAF 6, I'm assuming? Them being freed in the fire?
Thinking with portals!
I guess how I see it is that one does happen. I do think Happiest Day happens. That's why we don't see Golden Freddy in FNAF 6 in terms of, Crying Child. And then I also think, just personally, I want to say DCI is what we're seeing there in terms of Molten Freddy. But that contradicts, obviously, MCI being with Circus Baby, Molten MCI, and then her being kicked out, because it makes more sense if that, it was MCI. But I do think DCI should be around, and that'd be cool if that was in terms of that.
Don't get me wrong, I wish they were too.
Yeah, but I get it. I get it because you're obviously freeing people, but then in FNAF 6, like, it's the whole process again. So why, unless one of them didn't happen? So I get it.
Well, it wasn't like all of them. It's just they can now from the events of FNAF 3. Again, in my opinion.
Yeah, I gotcha. Let's see. Bronze, can you zoom in on the video to make the pink side fit either side of the screen? Now, what does it look like? Is it a different perspective? So maybe it won't be a TV. Wait, Bronze, can you zoom in on the video to make the pink side fit either side of the screen? Like, half the screen? Now, what does it look like? It's a different perspective, so maybe it won't be a TV. Oh, I got you. Okay, so not... Okay. Not being a TV. I guess I'm trying to think what else it could be. I think CK, says something about something different. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to think what else it could be if it isn't a TV, right? I'm trying to think. I do think Red Bear is representative of Cassidy, though. Ooh, I forgot about Red Bear. I have a little minifigure of him. The drown ending is connected to FNAF Ultimate Custom. That's true, yes. You can get multiple endings, but when you get an ending, it like kicks you out where you last were. Ooh. CC is quote-unquote resting in the happiest day minigame from FNAF 3. He's completely stationary, as in frozen in time. Ooh, I can see that. Like kind of, I guess what Var was talking about, like, is he resting? He's almost resting where he's frozen, being waited to be freed. I can get behind that. I like that.
Wait, what is this ending called again?
Oh, there aren't chapters here. I think this is just the drowning ending.
Yeah,
I think drowning. Yeah. Scott maybe wants us to look at all angles. That's true. I can see it. Who's your favorite character in all of FNAF? Oh man, I'm gonna let someone else answer that. What I think. Hello, Madison. Hi, welcome. If the Red Bear in the Lake segment can be Cassidy, and we play as CC in the main game, that means they're both involved in the specific ending. So the two kids in the back could be CC and Cassidy. Oh, I could see. Okay, I could see it. Oh, dang. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot, and I hope you enjoy the streams and podcasts as well with these guys. Check them out. Appreciate that a lot. They're watching the FNAF movie. That is hilarious, and I love that. They're watching. That's cool. I said maybe a computer monitor. There you go. Okay, I can also go behind that as well. Or maybe it feels like meta, you know. And maybe Charlie is one of the protecting them. I know people think it's the angle or the TV, but I could see one person protecting the other two from something. Oh, okay. I see. I see. Okay. Interesting. I like the idea of it being a protection moment where it's Charlie or someone else like that, and there's something else is happening. I like that as well.
I could have sworn there's like another ending in FNAF World where it's you see Old Man Consequences again, but he talks to you, and then like the game literally ends there.
Yes, we can go to that one as well. Real quick, Cassie and Ralph are my favorite FNAF characters. I think those are great picks. Before we move on, unnamed Var, favorite FNAF character of all time.
Oh, Circus Baby.
I was expecting. I love that. I love the answer. I love that one's a good one. Unnamed. Is it Cassidy or Crying Child or Golden Freddy? Perhaps.
Favorite character
of all time.
This might sound like really bad, but like I have had so much fun writing William. Like trying to
okay, right, William.
I know, but it's like whether you like him or not, like he is like the prime mover of like what is happening in this story, right? There is no FNAF story without a William.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, sorry, really quick. Sorry to interrupt you. Just tip your
Yeah.
Good night. Thank you for tuning in. Just so if he's still here, hopefully, appreciate it a lot. Congrats on the video again, and yeah, tune in next time. Just real quick. Thank you for being here and good night. Wither Bonnie, my goat. W, Mr. 3D. Love that one. Sorry, keep going. William in the writing.
Yeah, you know, just without him, there's no real story. There is no like movement or like origin point to anything. Like, you know, if the bad guy's not created, nothing happens, right? But it's just like my like really fun take on like how he got there. Like, and I've alluded to it with like prior videos too, or even like my hot take videos I've done for Not Real Name, Not At All, right? Like I brought up the allegory that like he seems to be more of a like governor from The Walking Dead or like Lotso from Toy Story type character to me. And I mean, you'd have to know about those characters to get what I'm talking about. And I don't want to spoil too much. So like, if you look into those characters, you'll get what I'm talking about. But that's what's just been so fun to me is like, with someone, a character that is as big in FNAF as he is, you know, just like Henry, right? Like, how much do we know about either of them, right? Like, we don't really know a whole lot. So it's like, there's enough of a gap to where like, crazy goobers like me can like make legitimate crazy stories, and it's like I don't contradict anything in the game lores, and trust me, I've had 8 months to make sure I'm not contradicting anything.
Well, nice. I'm so excited. I'm really excited for the video, by the way. So I was just trying to Shadow Freddy, Golden Freddy, and Funtime Foxy says CK as his favorites. All great answers. To be Mimic Theorist, the Mimic Theorist says, to be honest, I think Fiona is my favorite human character. Nice, but the Mimic will always remain my favorite next to the Sleepy Moon. I think those are also great answers. Love the modern characters. Mimic is up there for me too. Toasted says, Pizzeria Simulator killed William for me. Not gonna lie. What do you mean he just walks into a death trap because he's bored? Dang.
I mean, like,
I still think that's his pride saying that, but he was genuinely tricked.
Well, I don't even think it's that. Like, he had no worry that like anything would happen to him. Like, like, why would it in like FNAF 3, right? Like, because I also think they take place like pretty close together too. So like, like he outright himself says that, like, I knew it was a lie, obviously, right? Like, he knows it's a trap.
That sounds like he's salty that he actually did fall for it.
Obviously,
I can see the other one,
right? Like, I guess you could read it either way, but like, I guess I choose to think like, oh, he's already solved this with like his like, I guess, existence situation, basically.
Yeah. Just what was I gonna say? Oh, my favorite FNAF character, really quick. Burn Trap. I'm sorry, Burn Trap. I know he's like only in one game. Yeah, just Burn Trap, guys. I'm sorry, just Burn Trap. That's it. I know he's I love his design. I think it's underrated. I think it's really cool. The character works with either mimic, either answer. I think it's cool, and I'm excited to see him in the water park game because it's happening, guys. It's happening. Here we can look at the. Sorry, I want to look. Right, he just pops up. I said with the blob, and they're all popping up, guys, in this water park game.
Moist trap.
Moist trap. Oh god, that is a choice. Where is the non-drown ending? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay,
this is like a red and white bathing swimsuit on.
This is what the Old Man Consequences says to us. Real quick, Mr. 3D says he went there, but it was only after he was inside that he realized it was a trap, maybe. I could see that as well. It's so dumb, honestly. His weakness is documented in the egg baby. Fazant owns all that. He owns the person who set up the trap, which he knows is a trap. He knows his weakness. I guess you could say he's a scrap trap. It was just a forced ending, to be honest. Fair. Here we go. I think. Here we go. Here's the conversation between the two.
Who is Old Man Constant?
Edwin. Honestly.
Code.
Then it just ends.
The end.
Yep. The
end.
Dang.
See, my hot take is that is Crying Child there with Old Man Consequences, but the one in Ultimate Custom Night is the one you should not have killed. Because he says different things to them.
Right, and that makes sense because they are both the same character, right, Fredbear, so that they can be represented through the same kind of pixelated Freddy. So I like that as well. I do like that.
Remind me, what does he say? Like, is that where, what is it? He gives the line of...
Let the demon...
Leave the demon to his demons, rest your own soul, there is nothing else, is when he's speaking to Cassidy, you think? And you think here he's speaking to the Crying Child?
Yes.
I would agree with that as well. I'm sorry I named it. I agree.
So who do you think, Old Man... So, would you agree, Bronze? Like, do you think that is Edwin?
I'm fine with
who is Old Man Consequences?
Man,
like, you're close to selling me on this, almost. But really? It's like, it would really help if, like...
Ooh, I don't have a good answer for Old Man, then. Var, you want to help me out? I don't have any answer.
I still don't think it's an actual character. If they retroactively change that, I'm fine with it, because there are some options they could go with now. But...
Right. Sorry,
I like it better if it's not like a character.
I can see that as well.
Or what is he then?
Well, this can kind of go into that, right?
In there.
Mr. 3 says, has anyone ever like actually theorized on how OMC got to where he is? That's a great point, which is why Mr. 3D, you should make your videos. Because it's something like similar to CC where he's like put into there because of what happened, or he's just always there. If he is a character, we have to find out like how did he end up there from their death? Like Edwin from his death. Maybe he's alive. How did he end up there? Michael from him. Like, why? I guess after Michael being freed, right? Would he be turned into, or would he be turned into an alligator character and then put into this red lake area? Whoops. Just put my Windows thing up. Right?
What's like? I don't even know if he's like forced to be here. Like, he seems like with what we see in the Steel Wool era, like able to like completely bounce around like wherever, right? Like, he's here in whatever the hell FNAF World is. He is also able to pop up in the employee VR game, and inside Princess Quest as well. Like, how? Those are 3 different places he's able to bounce between. But what is spooky to me, and I'm really afraid to like let my mind go down this path, is like, what's the commonality between all 3 of those locations? Here in FNAF World, the employee game and Help Wanted 2, and Princess Quest, what do those 3 places have in common? What do you guys think? Before I say the answer.
Places have in common. Var, what do you think? I gotta think about that. Please.
They're all digital.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, also, so could FNAF World be an arcade machine? Just want to point that out, maybe.
Or like at least some like program. There's a lot of talk right here. We see it on our screen of code. There is code in this. This is a coded world. This is a digital world.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Like follow that train of lot. Like I really want to say more, but it's like I can't without spoiling anything. So just really think very hard about that. Like why he Old Man Consequences, whatever he is, exists in a digital world and is able to bounce between multiple little digital worlds. If not, like, it's all within one, and he's just bouncing between different aspects of it, but, like, he never appears in the real world. He's always in a digital world. Isn't that interesting? But he keeps popping up over and over again, and he's able to bounce between different digital media, right? Because the employee training game is separate from Princess Quest, right? Those are 2 different games. And so is, like, both of those are definitely different than whatever you think FNAF World is, right? But, like, they do seem to be linked in that they are all digital, whatever they are, you know? Just pointing that out. Like, I can't, like, spoon feed you the rest.
I love
like,
digital stuff, because then, you can connect the Mimic in there, which I love. Why not? I want to throw them in there. And also I think the FNAF 2 movie there is a arcade machine in the opening scene, and you do see FNAF World gameplay on there. Just want to point that out. So
interesting. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I think that is really cool. It was like the early FNAF World, but still very, very cool. Digital immortality, that is also fair. You can find an arcade in Security Breach with the red animal fishing. What? The Mimic Theorist says. I'm trying to think of if I can recall what that arcade is. That's interesting. I gotta look into that. Is it possible that with it being digital, it's in an animatronic itself? Ooh. It's in Circus Baby, maybe. That's why she's red. That's cool. That could be cool.
Interesting
idea. If it were to be in an animatronic, which one do you guys think it is? Like the inner workings of Fredbear or some other animatronic?
I mean, yeah, like it's pretty
Fredbear.
Needless to say that, yeah, like I think it'd be the Golden Freddy casing. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or the unactive spring lock, I guess it should be. It's not just a casing, but yeah.
Okay, well, I love it. Yeah, an arcade of FNAF World and FNAF 2 movie and the Rainbow. Yes, the Rainbow's ice cream shop. I still remember when that image got like leaked to the public. I thought that was so cool. I thought we were getting Pizzeria or Pizzaplex. It didn't happen, but we were in a mall. We were in a mall in the movie. Just saying it's possible.
Super stuff.
It's possible. I mean, I'm trying to. What are the endings? Let's watch the one where they blow up really quick. Where they blow up the universe. You guys ready? This guy scares me a bit.
Yeah.
This silver one specifically when he's like looking at me. Alright, here we go. The end.
That music.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's creepy. I will be honest. That is creepy.
Can't have the same
universe end. Holy.
Not game end, universe end.
Universe.
That's
end.
interesting.
That's everything.
Yep.
That's another good thing Toasted. Sorry, I do want to watch the teaser for Sister Location.
Blister Location.
The sister location. Here we go. Could OMC wait? I read that one. Yeah, an arcade. Freddy. Roads lead to gaming, baby. Gray Man made games. Gray Man made Baby. Baby is actually a gaming PC running FNAF World. Boom solved. It works. He made it work with Circus Baby, which I appreciate. Here's the FNAF World ending. Baby
I want
ending.
my gaming PC to be a circus baby. That'd be so cool.
Like a transformer just turns into Circus Baby. Sick.
No, Scott, this was the greatest invention you made.
Real, yeah. And I'm hoping she comes back and help 1 and 3. I'm sorry.
The show will begin momentarily.
That was so
Everyone, please stay in your seats.
Is that a voice?
That sounded like Golden Freddy's voice. Wow, creepy.
I don't know, like, can we put that through an audio? Like, is that secret audio or something?
I don't even know what, or let's see, was there anything else? No, to be continued. In sister location. Oh, here are the eyes, yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
It's a good thing this isn't canon.
Well, I mean, I think it's interesting, right? Because this definitely does give William child in some sense, where just like, I'm busy, like, why are you disturbing me type of thing. That's what it reminded me right off the bat. But it's interesting to make, someone who at this point is 100% purple, gray, and then to add the games into there, because as far as we know, we didn't know William made games. But then we do know he made, inventions like Circus Baby. So that's interesting. So it is easier to say it's not canon, because explaining all that or tying that into a non-meta way is interesting. And also, we also know who Scott Cawthon's character is at this point. So if it was, my games, then why not put Scott Cawthon here, right? Like, why specifically Gray working on something? Something small, by the way. Yeah. Well, this is a good point, Mr. 3D. The same Fredbear can occupy the same space at the same time. I wonder if that could point towards the world being in an animatronic. Having 2 of the same programs would probably break something. That's true. He's cooking with this theory. I love it. Grayman and Scott, I can see it. I also think there is an arcade cabinet with something that looks like the Sun Moon from Moon.exe. It's not a one-to-one, but has very similar colors. And it also makes the shape of the sun. Ooh, that's interesting. The arcades do have a lot of cool details like that, so I wouldn't be surprised. That's cool. Running the same animatronic program breaks the animatronic. Therefore, the animatronic breaks, malfunctions, and the universe ends. I love that a lot. Yeah, that's cool. Especially if it is like a Fredbear type of thing. That'd be crazy. Interesting. I like that a lot. Dang. Now I want that to be true, because I just want to know where Fredbear is IRL in the universe. We don't know. Huh, any other endings you guys wanted to look at?
I mean, is that all of them of FNAF World? And yeah, did we want to check any of the other FNAF games or anything? Like,
I
was just looking at the description or whatever.
Right, yeah, I put all 6 games. We only talked about 2 or 3. I'm sorry, everyone. FNAF 1,
Part 2 will be next.
Yeah, we will do a part 2. And we actually might end soon, just because I'm hungry. Go eat some food and then do some lame university stuff that I have to, start preparing for. Not fun, guys. Not fun. Probably end soonish. Yeah, I'm hungry now. I'm feeling it. Probably have some leftover pizza. I mean, Overall, though, great conversations for FNAF World. Definitely makes me think, and I want to make a theory about it, but don't want to. I don't even know where I'd start with this. I'm gonna leave that to unnamed, and then maybe after your video comes out, then I'll dive back into this. Because I need to get a good grasp on it, and I feel like I'll get that from your video. So, yeah, I want to talk about the TV ending. I don't know. I want to say something about that, but I don't know what.
Like, I see nothing between the clock ending and the TV ending that suggests both can't happen. Especially if V is right, and that there are like two different Fredbears or aspects of Fredbear, then I'm more down with that idea, basically. It really just depends on like how many characters do you think there are in FNAF World, and like does it work for both, right? Like I don't know, like what do you guys think? Like can both endings be canon, right? Cuz I'm open to the idea, cuz I think like two endings of FNAF 3 are canon simultaneously. You know, because you have to get one to get the other, and that's just what I wonder here. Like, do you have to get one to get the other, or like, can you in one run? Like, I don't know. Maybe that would suggest it or not. You know,
Yeah.
or even if not, maybe it would still work. Who knows?
Yeah, I think both can definitely be canon, especially because like they don't contradict each other at all. Like, I guess FNAF 3 does in a sense, right, where one is a happy and one is bad. I think they can happen.
Yes.
I think for me, if you want to go to technicals, it's what order, and then who we're obviously the specifics who we're playing as, what memory is that, and then the specifics of the endings. But yes, 100% they can both happen, and I like that idea because why not? W. Var, do you think they both can happen?
Yes, it's just I don't know, but like so much of FNAF, for whatever reason, I know some people it's really straightforward, but for me, a lot of FNAF feels really, really vague. So like it's the way my mind sees it, it's really hard to like solidly just be like, oh yeah, this for sure. It has to be like this ending. Whereas it's like even Secret of the Mimic, it's like, is it possible if I know not everyone likes loop theory, but if some kind of weird thing is happening with someone having like deja vu and whatnot, is it possible that like the same events are occurring more than once, or is it possible that two endings happen? I don't know.
Mr. 3D brings up a good point. If the world is coded, couldn't all of the endings be canon? They all exist as scenarios in the code. There's your answer. And I love that. Yeah, I mean, it's true, right? Because you're right. Why couldn't they all be canon in some sense? I don't think any of them contradict each other. I think.
And again, it comes down to like how you interpret the things before and after.
Yeah.
You're thinking on the right track. There's something I want to say to that, but I again can't because it would spoil stuff. So that should show you're asking the right questions.
Nice.
Or like thinking the right stuff.
Yeah. Dang, we'll take it then. Because I am excited for the video. Holy. Coming tomorrow, guys.
This last scene.
I always do that.
Well, I mean, it's this last scene I've got to figure out. I'll proofread it because just to show you how long I've been working on this video, I scrolled like earlier today all the way to like the early part of my theory, and it was like I was still saying Cassidy was a she. Like before I changed my mind on that, and I'm like, whoops, I've got to rewrite that. Okay. You know, like proofread stuff like that. Yeah, because that was a while ago. Again, like
right, that's true.
I've been writing this thing since December. So yeah, it has been officially like 8 months now. I've been writing this stupid video.
You better put that in description. 8 months in the working. 8-9 months in the working.
Yeah, like 8 months. So like, unless you wanted this to take another 4, you're getting a slight.
Yeah. And you know what? I still really do want that to happen, where all of us we can do make your own adventure timeline. That's gonna happen eventually, guys.
Oh totally. Yeah, I'd love to do that on a part 2 with you guys.
We're totally gonna do that and cover the major points of the modern lore as best as we can. As best as we can, we will. So yeah, that'll happen, guys. And yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll start to end it there, just because I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. I'll be honest. I'm sorry, guys. And I do have to do some university stuff, preparations, schedules. Lame. You already know I'm gonna be doing FNAF work anyways in those classes, but it has to be done. But don't do what I do, obviously, to everyone in school. But yeah, I mean, a lot of fun today. 114 people watching. Insane. That's crazy. I mean, we talked about it a while ago, but I'm just so grateful. Awesome. I really can't stress enough, that we just have this community. We can talk about things. just ramble about any thoughts because it's fun, more relaxed way, in a video and instead of like responding to comments. It's great. I had a lot of fun. Hello, Saucy Boy, and I'm sorry we're about to end soon. I'm so sorry. That happens a lot. I'm so sorry. But hi, welcome. If you want, you can rewatch the stream or hopefully be here next time. When that stream happens, whenever, hopefully soon. But thank you for being here anyways. We appreciate that. And yeah, thank you for the 116 now people being here. It means the world to me. I hope everyone has a good rest of the night. Thank you to my guest Var Unnamed. If you guys want to say anything.
It was awesome to be here.
Anything.
Nice.
No, like, I don't know. Thank you all for stopping in. I may or may not, depending on how much energy I have, I might stream some Dead by Daylight in like an hour or so after I eat.
Ooh, everyone go check that out. Yeah.
If I'm in the mood for it, just to kind of like turn my brain off a little bit and just relax and do stupid voices. If you guys are up for that,
that'd be yes. I'll probably tune into that. You guys should tune into that. That'd be fun. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, everyone being here makes my day as well. Thank you guys. Going up the list of just everyone who tuned in. Thank you, CK. Thank you, Saucy Boy. Don't worry about being late. It's okay. Don't worry at all. I'm just sorry it's ending. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Mr. 3D. Yeah, thank you, Haps Shuts. Thank you, The Mimic Theorist. Go check out their videos. Thank you, Toasted Perfection. Thank you, Train Kid. Thank you, G. James Legend. Thank you, let's see. It's Tippier. Thank you, anyone went to bed. Thank you. I cannot see. Thank you, Alan Who's. Thank you. I feel like I'm missing someone. Thank you, Fuzzy for a Wall. Thank you, Var. Thank you, Mio. Thank you, Glitch. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Zeno. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Not Damsel. Thank you, Glam Rocks Rates. Thank you, Blaze. Thank you, Sholi. Thank you, Vortex Gaming. Thank you, Brisket Boy 77. Thank you. I can't see unnamed. I see you. Hello, it's Justin. Hello, Geeked Foxy, second channel. Thank you, Spring Bonnie News Play Games, I think was the name. The Super Snake, thank you, Sky Blue, thank you, Omni Soap, and thank you, Eli. The fact that I can even say thank you to many people means the world. Thank you guys. So yeah, good night, everyone. Have a good rest of your night. Tune in to Unnamed Stream if you'd like, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everyone. You guys say good night. Bye, everyone. Good night. We'll see you guys next time. Good night, everyone. Bye. If I figure out how to end this, if it'll work. Bye, everyone.
So good. Goodbye.
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 Goodbye to the person hearing us still.